Good evening. It's time for some more Killing Floor 2. I'm starting a bit early today. Well, half an hour early if you say that's a bit early. Up to you. But, yeah, so we will be going on next week, but the week after that is the 25th, so it's going to be Christmas Day, which means I won't be streaming, so... As for what we're doing right now, I do have a mission to do, and that mission is quite literally beat this level on Suicidal, so I'm going to do that for the Vault, and then after that, we'll see. We'll see where we go from there. I mean, the server I'm on right now, so you know, if you're on there, you're willing to join me. I am on the Game Hub server. Or, of course, if you're one of the many people who has me on Steam, you can just join me on that. But we're going to play on some of the default maps today, just because I feel like it. Because I don't really know how much longer I'm going to be playing Killing Floor 2 for. Like, I think I'm going to be playing it until the end of the year, definitely. But not sure what I'm going to be doing next year, because, of course, next year is going to be the start of me wanting to play Vermintide 2. Now, of course, Vermintide 2 doesn't have a release date yet, but it is going to be in the first quarter, which means January, February, March. Now, of course, they've actually released quite a lot of stuff, and they've also released a few playthrough... I don't exactly want to say betas, because they're not really betas, because only like a select few people have been allowed to do it. But I have seen some people actually play on some of the missions, so I think some of the missions aren't quite finished yet, but some people have been playing along with them, and yeah, they're actually quite close to completing it, so again, like January, February, March, it could be either one of those, but I'm quite sure it's going to be something like, I don't know, hang on, just say hello. But yeah, I think it's probably going to be January, maybe February, because they kind of said the whole first quarter thing quite early, but of course, you know, as is quite normal, like companies don't want to set a date for their game unless they're definitely sure that's when it's going to be done for, because they don't want to say, oh yeah, it'll be done in like, I don't know, it'll be done by January, then they find out they've got some sort of bug and it can't be fixed until like February, because that's a big deal for a lot of people and in the marketing industry these days. So but yeah, so we're going to be playing Vermintide 2 as our new Monday like stream, and as I said, like I don't know when that's going to be starting, so how long are we playing Killing Floor 2 for? Not entirely sure, but we will be playing it this week and we will be playing it next week, that is for sure. But of course, next week, hey Gabu, how's it going? Next week will of course be the last Monday of this year that I'll be playing, like that I'll be streaming. Of course, it is getting near the end of the year, and of course, yeah, the last Monday of this year is it's Christmas Day. So yeah, as long as, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure I will definitely not be at home, so I will not be streaming because I'll be visiting my parents, or at least that's the plan anyway. Yeah, I was just talking about how my Monday stream of the week is going to be Vermintide 2 when that comes out. But I'm kind of curious to see exactly how many people are actually still watching. Oh god, how many people are actually still watching Killing Floor 2 these days? Because it's been like what, 2.5 years since beta was released. And I know I've met a lot of people who actually play the game, but then again, there's also a lot of people who I've met who used to play the game and don't play it anymore because it's getting old. And if there's one thing that keeps me playing this game, it's all the new maps that people keep making. But then that's just it, because there's a lot of people who actually just aren't playing this game anymore. There's also a lot of maps that just aren't being made anymore. Even I have a life. Well, if you want to call it that, sure, but yeah, I do have things I will be doing on Christmas Day. It's one of those things, like, I'm not really that much of a person who plans things a lot. So, I mean, the only thing I really do is, obviously, you know, things like Christmas Day. I mean, I'll be heading off on Christmas Eve and coming back on Boxing Day. What are we doing? Oh, fine. There you go. Have a bit of cash. No idea what this guy actually wants, but there you go. But yeah, There will of course be Christmas Day, and there will of course be every now and then, every few months, I always do basically a party at my house with my friends where I just get loads of people around for pizza, for games, all sorts of stuff. We just go, yeah, we just play video games all day. It's just a thing I do every now and then. As I do like to be the host for these sorts of things, and of course that alcohol needs to get drunk at some point. Alright, we got a bit lost, but we're back here. This is the thing, like, these may be the default maps that are as standard with the game, and of course in the majority of servers out there, but then at the same time, because I actually haven't played them in such a long time, I kind of forget my way around. Well, to be honest, I don't think I ever really knew my way around, like, the prison map. Because all it was is get to here, the area where we do all the fighting, and then to and from there in the actual... Oh god. I have to stand behind him there, won't I? Yeah, just to all the different traders and then getting back here was all you really need to know your way around this place, so... Oh dear. Unfortunately we have a medic, which means he's going to be doing some healing now and then, but we also need to try and make sure that the medic doesn't die, so... All of these things are quite happily chasing after me, that's also fine, and of course we can just fight him while in this. You're dead, nice. Okay, you guys are fighting each other, so it's not my problem anymore. Come here. Hi. I'll tell you what, I'll just back away, shall I? It's much easier with someone with a gun to actually kill those things. Hey Bars, how's it going? Waiting for you playing Krampus thing. I know that the Christmas patch isn't out yet for Killing Floor 2, which is kind of annoying, because it'd be nice if it was out. Although there is a beta version out, but I'm not playing the beta version. I'm just going to play it when it's actually out there released, because, well, just because. It's going to be a lot easier for me to bother doing that rather than having to sort out a beta version of the game. Because I know there was a big patch that came out a while ago that they did the whole beta thing out and you had to download a separate version of the game and all sorts of bullshit, and I just couldn't really be arsed with sorting it out in the end. So yeah, when the Christmas game is out, I will definitely be playing that. That's for sure. But it's not out yet, so now we're gonna have to be doing a bit of running. Right, where are we going? Trader and then back again. You brought money in a bag full of food. Well, that's a nice thing to be brought, so yeah. Congrats on that. Right, now we can actually get the Bone Crusher, which is pretty much just how we play this character. And we'll get some body armor. You want some money? Sure. You can literally just have the rest of it, because I will quite easily get enough money for the body armor at the end of this wave, so that guy can have it. And of course, we are on Game Hub, which is on suicidal difficulty, so if you do a search for prison and suicidal, you'll definitely find this one. And there's still some space on it if you want to join us, so go for it. I'm basically going to have an evening where I'm playing the default maps that come with the game, so because I just feel like it. I haven't played them in such a long time. Because of course, it's not going to be that long until I actually just stop playing Killing Floor 2 streams. Because of course, it's an old game and eventually you got to move on. I have to say that I will still be doing map reviews when they come along, because I'm not exactly going to be uninstalling my game. And of course I might play it now and then still to do the dailies, because the dailies are interesting, even if they are a bit... I'm going to say orderly, that's probably not the best way to say it, but they literally say, go on here and do this with this weapon, and then that's it. Here, have some money, you might unlock something you might want. But, I don't know, it's entertaining. I mean, I do the same on Heroes of the Storm every day as well. Anything else in here? Just this lot? Alright. Because yeah, like Heroes of the Storm, like it's literally, for example today it was, play 3 games as a support hero, so that's what I did. I just felt like it, because, I don't know. I know in certain games, if it was pretty much all you really did was go here, do this thing, it's like, really? I mean, get any kind of review for that? But, I don't know, sometimes I just find it easy just to sort it out myself. Oh, here we go, right. Oh no, hang on. Also a lot of these little bitches around. I'm totally aware that they are there. Of course, the more I actually kill, the more health I get back from, so there's that. Now I know I could be doing the whole block stuff, but I'm not very good at it, so I will do it now and then. Okay, I have to back off. Let's go to you. Ah, shit. I do not want to be next to the siren because it's doing a lot of damage. Hang on. Okay, I did not kill her, but I damaged her enough. Is that a second flesh pan? I can hear one running around somewhere, I think. Or I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Just keep hitting this damn thing. There we go. Come here. There we go. Don't vomit on me, thank you. Don't vomit on me, thank you. Don't kill my medic, because I need this guy. Right. Oh, shit. Just dodge that. Said don't kill the medic, jeez. It's been keeping me alive, I need that. Oh, no. Come here. There we go. Oh, and it's this one. And there we go. Autofill. So, does he want anything? Just give him the money I've got, because I just don't need it for anything else.
Glad you made it back.
Exactly. Why waste time blocking when you could be doing damage? Totally agree with you there. Also, I got a nice hat. This hat is literally called Bob. That's it. It's just called Bob.
We're almost out of time. Make your choices.
And it's a kind of fly/frog thing. I don't really know, but yeah, that's what it is, so. And I still wish there could be a thing where you could literally just vote to get on with the next wave, because otherwise you just kind of sit here. Just like pretending I'm some sort of tribal warrior or something, hitting my my shield repeatedly, because I've got nothing else to do while I wait. What's he actually doing? Okay, well, let's sort this problem out, shall we? Now, I think two of them actually went after the other guy. I'm just trying to focus one down, because he's taken most of my armor off already. Okay, yeah, one of them was actually hit me in the back, so as long as I'm tanking, that's fine. That's fine with me. Now you can just be quiet. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay. Just go around, do some cleaning.
Let's call that your warm-up.
I've managed to do a whole year of streaming. Yep. That's the plan. Because I did actually start doing streaming at the beginning of January of this year. Right at the beginning of January was when my first stream came out. And I've improved a lot when it comes to streaming. I have. Not just with, obviously, like, I've got a better camera since then. But, yeah. It has been quite the year of development. I think when I actually started this year as well, I think my channel had about 350, 400 views on it. No, sorry, not views, subscribers. Jesus Christ, if we only had that many views, I'd be really disappointed, but I think I had that many, and now we're over 600, so it's slow progress these days. Like, put it this way, unless you have something amazing and completely unique on YouTube, your channel will not develop super fast. It'll just take its time, because fast development in channels happened when YouTube was new. And of course, everything was someone doing something new. And of course, it depends what you actually do videos on or stream exactly. Like, I know there are much more popular games than Killing Floor 2 I could be doing right now, and maybe I'd have a lot more people watching as well, but then again, I want to play games I actually enjoy playing, you know? Like, for example, if my channel was 100% Counter-Strike and I just played Counter-Strike, I'd probably have more subs and more views, but That's not really what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for the sake of entertainment. Not just for myself, because I enjoy doing this, but also for the people watching. And honestly, I don't like really playing Counter-Strike, so there you go. It has the simple issue of crosshairs mean nothing in that game.
Perfect. Pod is open again.
And of course, it is incredibly repetitive. And you are so reliable on your allies that it can be quite annoying at times. What are you doing? You're literally wasting all the money that I gave you last time.
You earned
Please.
the money. Now spend it.
First stream was 3rd of January and it was Vermintide. Yes, it was. I can't remember why I wanted to do Vermintide. There was actually a particular reason why I wanted to do that specifically. Because Vermintide wasn't new back then. I think maybe it was just because me and a bunch of friends just wanted to get back into playing it again. But of course, I don't think Vermintide is going to come out at the beginning of January. It's probably going to be the end of January at the earliest, so there is that. Because of course, one thing I do have at the moment is I've got Divinity Original Sin 1. Now, last stream I got completely mixed up with those when I was trying to tell you what I was up to, but yeah.
Closed.
Because of course, Divinity Original Sin 2, I have a video series of that, where I am solo playing all the way through. And I've got now a stream of Divinity... Oh, fucking hell, there's 2 of them. Of Divinity Original Sin 1. Enhanced Edition, of course. And both me and a friend of mine are co-op playing the way through it, seeing as that it is by default a 2-player co-op game. Although, you can actually play Divinity Original Sin 2 on 4-player co-op if you want to. And honestly, I am planning on doing that at some point, but of course I need to finish it on solo play first before I actually do any multiplayer of that game, so I'll get around to it. Also, my god, am I nearly dead. Oh, fuck. Okay. Now, fortunately, that guy actually died by exploding before he suicided, otherwise I'd have taken a lot of damage there, if not died, because that actually does a lot of damage, believe it or not. It just has a very short range on its, like, blast radius. Yeah, it was 2 others who played Vermintide. I think it's because we've got like a multiplayer game that all of us are playing it, and there's a guy called Mad Mike who I actually haven't seen in a long time. He's one of these people who I know just from playing video games online, like a few people who often come in chat and also like to play Killing Floor 2 with me now and then. It was him and somebody else. Now, Beanie's a friend of mine who I've known for a very long time. We play a lot of video games together, and also he used to live just 1 street over from me, or where I live now. So that's also why a lot of the multiplayer games we've done on his YouTube channel, which he doesn't really do anymore, and also my channel, were also console games, because of course we played console games at his house. Oh my god, please don't kill my medic. It's not just murder everything. There we go. That's the thing, when you just run into a load of Zeds like that, you often can't really see what you're doing, which is why I'm just spamming the attack button repeatedly, because that's all I really need to do. Just run into a bunch of Zeds and turn into a blender, basically. And of course my torch ran out of batteries, so there is that. I don't even know what a bug splat report is, so you'll have to go to Google for that one. Oh wait, 1 left. Oh, you, okay, right. Where are we going? This way. Should I get anything else? Because of course this is going to be the last wave before the boss. So I could actually get oh well, I'll tell you what actually. Seeing as Gabriel's joining us. There you go. There you go. Right, get all the best guns, go. There you go, there's some for you, just in case. Alright. Let's get back into the fray. Is this like a Russian place or something?
I'm about to shut the pod.
That's what's kind of odd about this prison, you have no idea where it is. Alright. It's gonna be a lot of flesh pounds in this one, so...
Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
Shooty, bang bang, please.
Here we go. Go in pretending to be a blender. Come on. What's it gonna be? Okay, that works. I mean, honestly, if you can get them to actually just look at you, then just make sure you can turn them around in a certain direction so someone else can very easily see the... Oh, here we go. Someone else can very easily see the... I'm just going to say backpacks for now, because I don't really... I guess that... I don't think they're gas canisters. I think they'll be, like, fuel tanks or something on their back. I don't really know how flamethrowers work, to be honest, other than fire comes out the end. Fire and problems. Now I have to be careful, and I'm going to go... Go kill some of the minor Zeds just to get some health back. Then we'll jump in, start hitting them a bit. Oh, hang on. Excuse me. There we go. We do not like husks. They are my least favourite enemy because they're such a pain in the ass. Right, let me go stand on that. Thank you. Shut up. Rather you were dead than unconscious. There we go. Right, what we got? Damn right, take a smacking. Alright. This server is starting to fill up. That's pretty good. The more for the boss, the better. Now, the good side about going for the default games that actually... Sorry, the default maps that come with the game is, yeah, everybody's seen these, but the plus side, they're all going to be decent ones, because the downside about going on a server and just picking all of these custom-made maps that I've never seen before, which I like doing, because it's like, I like trying out the new maps. It also means sometimes you get really shit maps as well, whereas at least all the maps we're playing tonight are going to be decent ones. So there is that. I'm just waiting for them to come in here, actually. Come on, let me move on. Up, you know what? Go that way. Fine. Oh, also, don't set me on fire, please. Just to help me kill the Zeds, there's that. Okay, one of them was about to detonate himself over there. Problem seems to be solved. Right, okay. Let's just go to the trader. There's only one left anyway. Okay, that's a bunch of people who are new. So, they're going to need some decent weapons. So, let's just put some money on the floor for people who want it. I didn't get body armor. Well, whoops. That's the one thing I needed and the one thing I could have just got. And finding body armor on the floor somewhere is actually quite rare, so... yeah. Let's just see how we do then, huh? Let's just see how we do.
Need a bit of cash.
Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade.
Thank you, Gabu.
Last chance.
Savior of my life. Okay. That is a good point. Where is a good place to fight the boss? Because if it's the Patriarch or Dr. Volta, we're going to get our asses kicked if we actually just go out into the open... I'm just going to call it the yard, because it's not anything else to call it. Right, yeah, because of course they're just going to get shot a lot if we go into the yard. Because there is no cover to go behind. There's literally no cover. It's an open area, so... I mean, there's no cover in here, but at least we can run from room to room.
Come out,
is he up or down? There he is. Come on, get in here. I mean, I'm not going to run into that, so... Oh, okay, well, come on, get up here! Oh god. Ow. If you stop running behind me, then I will face you. And the plus side is actually focusing on someone else, so I can hit him in his backpack, which is one of his weak areas. Okay, let's not stand in that. This is the part where he grabs somebody. If not me, oh, he's going for it. Yeah. I get rid of his shield. There we go. Fast attacks. Here we go. Keep whacking him in his backpack. I did actually unlock the backpack he has. In fact, the gold and shiny one. I tried it for a bit. It kind of looks cool, but I think it only works with certain looks that people are going for. Because I know I've been in a couple of maps where you see someone who actually has the backpack either in the gold or in any different colours, and it works with some people, but it doesn't. It's not just something you equip because it looks cool. Because it doesn't really look that good if you ask me. Heal myself.
You are making me step up the attacks again.
Damn it. Fortunately, I heal about as fast as that damages, so... Come here. Tell you what, let's see how much I can stun him just by doing the basic attacks rather than the power attacks, which is what I've been doing. Of course, I'm trying to hit him in the backpack here. Or, you know, the face, because that's also something I can do. Not that he has much of a face, but hey, it's there. Whether you like it or not. Of course, the hard part about aiming about this guy is how much he likes to dodge. It's like, please don't dodge as much as you do, because it's hard to see when he dodges, because he can dodge through you, and he doesn't really collide while he's dodging. Yeah, that was going to happen, wasn't it? Now, of course, I'm aware that I'm actually standing on a... Oh, shit! Fuck! Yeah. So I wanted to stay, like, stood on the healing grenade, because it was right there. I was like, gonna get all my health back. Then I noticed that he dropped, like, a load of his grenades on the floor next to where I was standing. I was like, oh. Either way, we got this. Just keep away from that. You missed, buddy. And there we go. And of course, that is my objective complete. It gives me something to do at least, so... Oh hey, someone's actually got the same... Oh, that's me, actually. Well done! I'm like, hey, that guy's actually wearing the same stuff I am. Yeah, because it's me. Okay, well, there we go. And what map are we going for next? What is a good map that I actually just like a lot? Outpost. I think that's a good one. That's one of the default maps that I actually really like. I'm not really sure what it is about Outpost. I think I just... Maybe because it's... maybe it's just bright and interesting. Bright because of the snow. And of course, I guess it kind of fits in with its getting Christmassy, doesn't it? So there's that too. Although Z Landing is also like a bright and happy map, but it seems like everyone else actually wants to play an Outpost as well, so sure. Of course, when you go on servers where they've got like literally over 100 maps on it, and I'm not joking, some servers are like that, and then there's all sorts of different votes about what's going to be next, and it's just like, well, which ones are going to be? Excuse me, but yeah, at least we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17 maps, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. And of course I have loading screens turned off just in case you're wondering, which is why you just see this instead of, you know, the loading screen. You end the same as you start, dying on the boss. Well, didn't actually start dying on the boss. That was the first map I was actually doing. So, I'll let you guys pick. So apart from Berserker, is there any particular perk you would like to see me play on this map? Because I will pick Whatever you guys suggest, apart from Berserker, because I literally just played that one. For the sake of variety. Like, I will pick one just in case no one actually says anything. But as long as someone actually has any requests that... Oh, okay, well, too late on that one. Like, I'd literally picked SWAT, but I hadn't actually locked in yet, but... Oh well, seriously, you've got free ammo and I want it. Where's that guy gone? He's gone for a run around, doesn't he? Right, come here. I want that.
Good start. Now finish the job. Allez.
Right. What are we going for? Just go for a nice open area. I like fighting either over here or off in that corner over there, which you guys probably recognise because it's one of the standard places people actually like to fight in. Alright, let's just start clearing some of these out. As for what weapon I'm going to go for next, I don't really know if I'm going to start slowly building up the weapons or if I'm just going to save up for probably the 1100 one, the P90. I actually prefer that to the Chris because the Chris does more damage, but it's got a lot less ammo per clip, so there's that. Wait, oh, I thought that was me getting Z time from like blowing that thing's head off until the moment I stopped shooting. I was like, oh wait, no, okay. There we go.
Get to the indicated pod for resupply.
So we're gonna save up for this. So for then, what we're gonna do is, come on. As I'm close enough to get the stuff off of them. Some grenades off you. Right, we're going for... That should last us all the way through. We should be fine with that. Okay. Alright, guess we're fighting here still, which is fine with me. And again, this is why I think there should be a thing to vote for, get on with the wave, because here we are standing here doing nothing. Oh, you can't even jump over that. There's like... I don't think it's an invisible wall, it's just the fact that there's like a cut-off point there and I can't like jump onto this gap. That'd be a cool place to actually just crouch down and be able to shoot a lot of the Zeds from. Oh, go on, fall over and die, you know you want to. There we go. Alright, guess I'm keeping them off this little ramp here. Seems everyone else always already decided where they're going to hold off the Zeds from. There we go. Should probably call Z time as ammo saving time. I know I could actually just go to single shot and actually just try and one-shot all of these things in the head, but I don't know, that's too much trying and effort, and I'm actually feeling very lazy right now, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, hold up. And Husker's killed Gabu. He's not having a good day today, is he? He's really not. Ah, shit. And of course, Z time! Reload. We got something out with there, didn't we? What was that? You got cocky with a husk. Well, now you learnt the hard way. That's the thing about husks. That's one of the reasons I really don't like them, is because they can just go, you know what, I'll just suicide and insta-kill you. It's like, god damn it. There we go. I don't know if it was me who actually hit him in the backpack from the front there, but it is doable. Even if it is a little bit tricky sometimes. You know, you've really got to stop offering me free grenades when there is actually no free grenades to get, because I've already got them already. Ah, we're out of bullets.
Perfect.
Never mind.
Open again. Let's get you reset.
Now, I did actually get a new skin for the pistol.
You survived.
And I got that because I literally picked the server and I thought I don't want to actually play on this map first. I forget which map it was. I think it was Biolabs or something. So of course I just insta-killed myself.
Upgrade your gear.
Because I just wanted to... Hang on. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hang on. I'll wait until he's actually moved. But yeah, so I just insta-killed myself and then voted to start playing on the prison map. Because that's the one I actually wanted to do. God damn it! I literally just... For sake, you know what? I'll get it later. We'll get it later and it'll be fine. Trust me. So I don't trust me. Okay, that I'll have to do for now. Yeah, so I played in the prison map, and of course, if you have to actually finish a map to get any pickups from it. Yeah, and by finish it, I mean you can either win or lose. You have to finish though. If you're just quitting out of maps all the time, you're not going to get any collectibles. But I got a new pistol skin, so that I want to see at some point.
What I wouldn't give for a
Also,
slow
let's just reload this. Don't mind me. Look, I'm not entirely shooting with the swords, so please don't do that. There we go. Oh god, I've just noticed how much health I'm on. Not playing a berserker anymore. Excuse me, just need to jump on your head. Believe it or not, that actually stuns them. Right, I'll get that eventually. I'll get your grenade, but if you could please... to get a grenade off of him. I also need to remember to use them as well, because the thing is, I've been playing so much Berserker recently. I haven't actually been using Berserker grenades, because they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're pretty much useless. I know they do have their effect, and I know what they do, but I still think they're pretty much useless, so... Oh, he is still alive, I think. There we go. And what I like about this gun is I can literally just sort of hold down the finger and yeah, just shoot everything that makes its way along here because of just how much ammo you get in a clip, which is really good. What's a real shame though is, you know, the stoner, the commando weapon. Seriously, even when you set it so you've got extra ammo in a clip, you still just don't have as much ammo as you get in these SWAT weapons, which is unfortunate. Tell you what, I will actually grab your stuff. Which ammo do I get for this? Oh, plenty. Plenty, because I do want to sell this at some point. I also don't want to waste it either. So hold on to it for now. Saying that actually no, I could just get the MP5. That is something I can just do. Because the MP5 way is probably the next weapon I'm going to grab hold of. So, where is the support guy? There he is. I'll just take that, thank you. So hold on to that. Wow, okay, nearly filled up my ammo on that one. Now, should I actually go for that one? You know what, I think I will. Oh, what's the difference in damage here? Noticeable. But I'm actually going to carry this one, quite simply because... means I can actually do some healing if needed. And I know we have a medic, but hey, if the medic dies, then... or at least if I can help out with this, it's something. Just catch up with everybody. And we're going to finish off the weapon here. So, because I prefer to actually finish off weapons before I sell them if I actually can afford to do that. Oh damn, where did you appear from? It's one of those things I literally looked down here, it's like, right, there's nobody there, let me turn around, next thing I know, something's right behind me. Like, god damn, how did you get there that quick? There's a point though. Do they sometimes drop down from up there? I don't actually know, because if they do, that's probably where he came from. Alright. And we get 7 bullets. That's it. Get rid of these before they get anywhere near me or anyone else. Never mind. Please don't just run up to a siren because they will just scream at you. That's an AoE damage, thank you very much. Let's get rid of you before you vomit on somebody. Like the white of the snow. We're already making it bad enough with all the red. Let's not add the green to it. Okay, right. Finally got my hold down the left click button. There we are. And of course, there you go. Ooh, okay, there's a lot of stuff exploding right now. There we go. So this is why you also get the healing weapons if you can, because you can just help out now and then. Even if it's not helping out by very much, it's still something. Because quite often there's always that one person who isn't actually that much damaged, and then the next thing you know, they've just like got killed by something. I don't know, maybe one of those things actually just go fast or go fiend. I always forget which one it is, but I think it's go fiend. Like they do the whole spinny thing, and the next thing you know, they're taking off all their health. It's like, god damn. Right, where we going? See if we can catch up. Slick work, well. Alright then, I'll take it. Who was it? Oh, it's that guy who actually needs healing, but... Receive ammo. I know, I could have done it the other way around, but... Let's get Chris. You know what? Let's just get body armor for now. And we'll deal with that for now. I'll just hold on to this for when like the Skrakes and flesh pounds and stuff turn up. But for now I got plenty of weapons. I've got something to heal with, just got my regular damaging weapon. And I've got the Chris, which is more powerful, which I'll save. As for how long I'm going to be streaming for, I'm going to be streaming for about another 2 hours. Because I might be going for like a 10, half 10 closing time, simply because it is, in fact, if you're guessing by the title, it is Star Wars week. Because Star Wars The Last Jedi is coming out. The earliest is on Wednesday, but I'm not going to be seeing it on Wednesday. I don't think. I'm probably going to be seeing it on Thursday with friends. So, what of course I have to do is watch all of the Star Wars films to catch up. Now, that also means, yes, episodes 1, 2 and 3. And I took about 2 hours to go through 1, 2 and 3, simply because I skipped large parts of it, because, honestly, they're not that great films. So, a lot of the story, I've seen it before anyway, I can just skip. So I just went for many of the main interesting scenes and the action scenes. So I've watched all episodes 1, 2 and 3 now. And of course I need to watch Rogue One. And that's something I'd like to do before I go to bed, just because I feel like making an evening of it myself. Well, hell, I've already watched 3 Star Wars films today, so... And of course, Tuesday I'll be spending pretty much the entire day doing my usual, which is recording, editing and rendering Divinity Original Sin 2. It's the series I'm working on at the moment, as, well, most of you probably know that anyway. That's what I do on my Tuesdays. Tuesday evenings, well, when I'm rendering stuff I can always watch the things, but of course I've got the original films to watch as well. So I've got like New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, etc. Got that to go through as well, which I'll probably watch while I'm actually doing my rendering, because the thing is about rendering on my PC is I can't play any other games, but I can do things like watch Netflix shows and things like that. Watch other YouTube or Twitch and things like that. That's something I can do. So I'll probably spend my Tuesday going through those. as for Wednesday, I do have kind of a busy day. And of course I may even be watching it on Wednesday, who knows. So we'll see. Like, nothing's set in stone as to when I'm actually going to go and watch the film, but... Ah, shit. Thought that might be enough. But yeah, I don't know, like, what day it's going to be on. It's either going to be on Wednesday evening, which is when my local cinema's going to open it up at the earliest. Or it's going to be on Thursday. And hopefully we don't get any bullshit on the internet spoiling anything like I did with the last film. Because the thing is about the last film, there's a particular character who dies in it who's quite important. And it was literally on the day I was going to go and see it that I saw pictures of, like, loads of people like spamming pictures of it all over the internet because they're like spoilers. They're like, hey, look, it's that character getting killed, and it's like, wow. First of all, wow, that character dying, big thing. Also, you just ruined, like, part of the film for me, so thanks. And if you're the sort of person who actually posts spoilers on the internet, you're basically the disappointment of humanity, so... Oh, I'm sure there are many other things you do that disappoints, like, everyone about you, but that's just one of them. Like, don't just ruin people's days about that. It ain't fun. Still can't remember Rogue One. This is the thing, I've only seen Rogue One once. That's when I saw it at the cinema. And I absolutely loved it. It was a great film. So, of course, like, this thing, I literally bought it on DVD today. So I was like, right, well, I only need to go to the shops for, like, one or two things. But if I'm going to be watching through all of the Star Wars films, the one I don't have is Rogue One. And Rogue One was very, very well done. Honestly, I'm quite glad that Disney has got the rights to make Star Wars films, because Rogue One was amazing. I'm actually forgetting, what's the name of the... Hang on, I literally have it right here. The Force Awakens, yeah, I literally have the pile of DVDs right there. The Force Awakens was really good, I loved it. But it was not as good as Rogue One, I don't think. Rogue One was brilliant. I loved it. So there's that side of things as well. Like, I don't like, just because it's Star Wars, think it's absolutely brilliant. I really don't. Like, I still treat it as much as I love Star Wars, I still treat it as much as I would any other film. And honestly, they're doing a really good job of it so far. Because there's one thing I really, really hated about episodes 1, 2, and 3, is the childish element they put in there. Now, I'm not saying because it had some jokes in it, but seriously, Jar Jar Binks, as everyone will, like, tell you, some people will exaggerate, but he was such a terrible character. Also, one thing I didn't like is how all of the droids, like the robot droids who were in the army, of how they all had like a dumbass kind of minion side to them, where they're like, Roger, Roger, and stuff like that. It's like, look, they're robots, okay? I know you've got R2-D2 and C-3PO a bit different, however, these are robot soldiers. They didn't, like, the character-wise, they didn't act like robot soldiers at all. They acted like dumbasses with it who actually happened to carry a gun, which ruined them as a character and an element to the films. Like, the droids were, honestly, if I could pick one character type or one character, the droids as a whole, the robot droid army, was worse than Jar Jar Binks. I really think that. Like, they just were not very good at character design when it came to doing the robots. And the reason why I say, like, the childish element is they're like, hey, the kids will find these robots hilarious. It's like, yeah, but they're going to be a really shit element to the film, so don't ruin the damn thing. But anyway, that's something I could rant on for a bit, but... Okay, Gabriel, you seem to have an issue with being awake and going to sleep. Like, I know you're a student, but come on. This whole stuff started before you were a student. Like, either you have a sleeping schedule, or I don't know, you're just kind of used to it. But seriously, you were awake for 60 hours and then you just forgot the film you just watched. It's like, god damn. Christ, I'd have a seizure if I was awake for 60 hours, and no, that is not an exaggeration. Alright, got my ammo. You know what, I just haven't used the Chris at all, have I? I don't think I have. Also, I've not used my grenades at all. I just haven't bothered. The thing is, though, is that we're going to get to the boss, and yeah, the grenades do a little bit of damage, but not much. And yeah, I should really do something about that, because just using grenades on Skrakes and stuff is just something that's useful to do. I'm not the one who's attacking them, just somebody else going for it.
I'm about to shut the pod.
Are you though? Are you about to shut the pod? What? How are they up there?
Go kill some Zeds.
Oh yeah, there's a floor, but so I just saw them running across there and I thought, hang on, I didn't see them run past that window there. I was like, oh, they like somehow get onto the roof or something? No, I just don't usually pay much attention to people's logos or symbols or whatever you want to call them. Actually, just sort of to the sides of walls and things like that. So, and of course, I haven't played in the Outpost for such a long time. So again, I'm kind of not 100% to all of the ways around, but it's one of those things. I mean, like, once you actually get back into the map, you kind of just recognise where things are and just make your way around. Oh, no one's guarding this side at all. Right. Fantastic. Get out my face. Ow, by the way. Stun that guy. Let's kill that one. Let's kill that one rather than stun him. Oh god. Go away, please. Well, technically, the way these maps are kind of done is your team goes to the place to sort it out and actually fix the fact that there are Zeds there, which means technically the Zeds were here first. Like, they got dibs on this area. So, take your grenade. Right. Let's chuck some healing down that direction, because why not? Scared of you. Anyone else coming over here? At all? It has gone suddenly very quiet. Okay, that's what it was. I was going to say, how has it suddenly gone very quiet? There's got to be stalkers around here somewhere, and surprise, surprise, it spawned a bunch of stalkers. Quite a few, actually. Now, when it comes to video games, one thing I am keeping my eye on is, when is the next MMORPG coming out that I'm actually going to like playing? Because some of you probably know by now, I'm a very, very picky person. I'm a very picky person. So unsurprisingly, when it comes to video games, I'm also very picky about them as well. So, oh god, no one is paying attention to this other than me. That was a very quick rage he had, either way. Oh, I'm nearly dead. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, get it away from me. Oh, oh shit, look at him. Okay. Oh, that's a busy Scrake, okay. Oh, of course, that's the thing about being a SWAT and using the healing stuff, is it takes a long time for him to regen. Hello. Okay, but we're fine, we're fine. And unfortunately, there aren't really any MMORPGs that are coming out. Because honestly, like, one thing that I kind of missed on, which I'm kind of unfortunate about, is I have a big thing for PlanetSide. Because PlanetSide 1 was a game that came out in 2006, and when a lot of games like Battlefield and things like that were like, hey, we've got 28 players in our multiplayer, then like later on, like, we've got 48 players on our multiplayer. PlanetSide 1 in 2006 had 100 versus 100 versus 100 on a colossal size map. It was so out of its league. Then again, it never really got advertised. Because as far as Sony Online Entertainment were concerned, if you liked MMOs, obviously you're playing an MMORPG. That's what all the cool kids are playing. And of course they owned... Oh, what did they own? They didn't own Lineage. They owned like a huge selection of MMORPGs that I certainly didn't like. And yeah, like, I love MMORPGs. The thing is that when PlanetSide 2 came out, it was in 2012 when I was doing my master's degree, so I did not have the time to play that game. So it just kind of slipped by me, and then by the time I actually really... So I think I just kind of forgot it existed, really. And then when it actually came round to me starting to play it, it was sort of starting to die down. so of course I only played it for a few months, and that was basically it really. And seeing as there aren't really any MMORPGs out there that I would actually play, maybe down MMORPGs. And of course, another massive MMORPG that I really liked but eventually lost interest in was World of Warcraft. I played that for many years. I stopped playing during Wrath of the Lich King. I think that was out for maybe 4 or 5 months before I just stopped playing. I was basically done with World of Warcraft then. I know there's been plenty of content, plenty of change and all that. I am not playing World of Warcraft again. Maybe World of Warcraft 2, if that was everything, but honestly they're making so much money out of the first game, that ain't gonna happen anytime soon, certainly not in the next few years. So of course, what other type of MMO would I like to play? Because it would be nice just to have that game that you can always fall back on. Because for the moment, it's not exactly... oh god, hang on. At the moment, it's not actually Killing Floor 2, because of course this game's getting old, plus it's not really a game I can just happily start playing on and then always have something new to do. Because that's the thing I liked about MMOs, is with PlanetSide, obviously it was a different battle every fucking day. That's what was the whole variety was about. Same with PlanetSide 1 as well, obviously. But then again, with World of Warcraft, there's of course more and more content for you to do. So you can just go, what is the one game I know I will actually be having fun playing on? And you had World of Warcraft, for example. And there's always more content for you to do. That's fine. I just need something else that's like that. Because hell, I might even stream it as well. The thing is that for a time, that was maybe going to be Guild Wars 2, because a bunch of my friends were playing it. Because I think the first expansion has come out for Guild Wars 2. So of course, I thought I'd try it out, and it was all right, but I didn't really take to it. So if there is in fact another, oh god, if there is in fact another game coming up, I'm also going to die, by the way. If there is in fact another game coming up that I might actually like, that's something I'd like to get interested in, hopefully. Because of course there are a lot of games where I can literally take a look at it and go, I know I'm not going to like this. Then of course there are other games where it's like, I'd like to try them out. Unfortunately these days, with the way video games actually work, is they will totally be just letting you try it out on beta first. Beta will be free, you get to try it out, and we'll get to see how it is. Because yeah, I would totally like to actually just have a new MMO to play. Hey, if it was an MMO FPS, that'd be fantastic, but that's going to be super rare, isn't it? So I keep my eye out for these sorts of things. So if there's anything in particular you guys know about that you think I might like, then do let me know. Because, well, say that, there's a good chance I will have seen it already, because I do keep my eye out for these sorts of things. But then again, it's also very easy for these things to slip past, so... Alright. What are we going for? You know what? Because I said it last time, Z landing, there you go. Let's go for a nice, bright and happy map. I say happy map, technically it's not happy because there's a plane crash, and there's also a volcano going off, so, you know. What do I know about happy? But yeah. Definitely do need, something like that. And of course, it's something I wouldn't want, to actually have a, like a monthly payment or something like that. Like, I don't mind Guild Wars. It was literally buy the game, and then there you go. If you want to buy the expansion, go for it. But I'm not playing a subscription-based game. Honestly, I think that kind of idea has been and gone. Like, obviously, it still works for some games, like World of Warcraft. Like, so a few of my friends still play that, but not something I'm going back to, and I don't want to do that. Mainly because, of course, I can't afford to. But also because it's more like something I'd like to sort of dip into every now and then. Not necessarily something I feel like, well, I'm subscribing, so I'm going to have to play it all the time to get my money's worth, you know? Alright, what are we playing on this one? So unless you guys say anything otherwise, I'm going to pick. But yeah, feel free to have a request other than Berserker or SWAT, for the sake of variety. So feel free to pick something, but other than that, it's going to be me playing support. That same guy's back again, so it's just the two of us. Has Gabu bailed on us? And of course, I didn't click in for that because of course I was giving the time and no one requested anything, so this is what we get. Now, this tends to be a good place to actually get some crates early on. Are we going to get anything early on? It doesn't look like we are. And of course, I'm fine with them just like... That's the good thing about being level 25, is I don't feel like I really have to go for the Zeds more than anyone else. Simply because I don't need the XP. So I can just very slowly do this. I mean, obviously I'm not saying I'm not going to bother killing them or anything like that. If someone wants to go around killing a load of them, I don't need to think, oh, well, I better actually get in on that, otherwise I'm not going to get any XP, because I don't need that. I mean, yeah, you still get money for it as well, but I should be fine. So, we shall see. And of course, you know, I'm also trying to line them up as well. There we go. Hey. 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 There's a reason I'm aiming that high. There we go. See? That's what we want. I just want to break your head off. That's all it needs. Oh, come on. There we go. And... it's a hit. Come on. There we go. I have taken 3 points worth of damage. It's awful.
Nice work. We can reopen the trader pod soon.
Also, he definitely has the ammo situation for early waves. That's the thing about support. That's why they can be quite difficult. It's quite simply because you don't actually have enough shots to kill everything unless you actually go to your pistol or unless you line them up, which can be a bit of a pain. There you go. I'm helping. There we go. And that's all of them, so let's get a move on.
Come see me. The pod's safely open.
Also, I keep looking at the collectibles around here just because I know they're there, like right there. But I already have all the collectibles in here, so right before I do that is... well, let's just check out any of these spawn points for all the different crates. I don't know all the spawn points, but there are some ones I recognise. There was a crate here at one time, so let's see if we can actually pick them up, but I don't see anything, so...
come and get your tools of trade. Start to wrap things up, as they say. You're running low on ammo. Buy some.
Sure. Let's just get this and then get as many shots for it as we can. And I'll see if there's any crates in there. Actually, no, I already checked the center area, didn't I? Hey, Mr. Animator, I'm not playing the Christmas event. That's because it's not here yet. It's on beta, but it's not here yet. So, unfortunately, no. I'm not. And hey, Kevin, and hey, Oswald. You know what? It has been in a while since I've seen you, Oswald. How's it going? Free gun, I'll take that. Not just to sell it. Oswald, I've not seen you in months. We just finished the seasonal for Xbox One. It's a super fun map, but the boss is pretty easy. I've seen, I know Rockmax sent me some pictures of it, and I also saw, he also posted a video of him actually fighting a bugged version of the, boss. So, it's one of those things, like, when the Christmas event is actually good and ready on the default game, then I will play it, no doubt. So I've actually been looking forward to it. But seeing as it's not here yet, then, well, I can't exactly play it, can I? I've just noticed how much ammo I have. I should probably be more conservative, shouldn't I? And no, that was not a political thing to say. Right. Oh, God. Look, I'm just gonna have to hit these things and then try and make some progress this way. See if I can find some crates to actually just sort me out here. Not too good. That is unfortunate, but okay. But of course, I can relate because my life's not exactly been great the past few years. So, if it's something you want to talk about, that's fine with me. If not, I ain't going to ask questions otherwise, because I know some people are very sensitive when it comes to talking about like things like this. So, if you want to talk about it, go for it. If not, I won't ask. And also, like, I don't tend to talk about it either, because I know people don't like actually listening to people whine about it. which would be exactly what I'd be doing, so that tends to be why when people ask me how I'm doing, I always say I'm doing fine, because otherwise I'll just have to talk to them for fucking ages about something I don't want to talk about, so. Hey, there you go. Also, I've not found an ammo crate around here, so I'm gonna have to keep looking. Be lagged too much for me? Oh, well, that's unfortunate, I was gonna say, because we actually do have some space on this server. It's on Game Hub Suicidal difficulty. So if you want to join us, that's where we are. In fact, I think do I have you on Steam? I don't know if I do, actually. That's fine. Don't want to be a downer, that's acceptable. I just don't want to make you feel like you weren't allowed to talk about it if you wanted to. But if you don't want to talk about it, yeah, that's fine. I ain't gonna judge. Now saying that, I've actually spent such a long time looking for ammo that this guy's actually done most of the fighting again. See what I mean? Ow! Look, right. Seriously.
Perfect. Pod is open again. Let's get you restarted.
Just ain't okay, man. Just ain't okay.
You took some losses out there.
Looks like we've got some Russians joining us. Okay.
Learn, do better.
Now what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna hold on to that. Simply because it means I can do this. Actually, you know, heal people. Something which I should be doing. Wait. Oh, this guy wanted some. There you go. There you go, you can have some. You want to know my opinion on Ajit Pai? I have no idea what that is, or who that is, so I don't know. My opinion is, well, moot right now. As in, like, I have none. And it is kind of a pointless asking what my opinion is if I don't really know what it is. But hey, you can always tell me what you're talking about, and then, hey, maybe we can turn it into a discussion, who knows? It's okay, you don't feel like you have to message me, because bear in mind, if you tell me on Steam, it will appear just above here. Like, right there. So it will appear on the stream itself, like, rather than just in the chat, because of course, the chat's basically done and gone once the stream is, like, closed. But it'll be permanently on the internet, so I'm guessing if you don't really want to feel like talking about it, it's probably best if you don't message me on Steam. Because otherwise it will be on the internet. But yeah, the reason why I was wondering about if you had me on Steam is because I was wondering if you could actually just join me, because... Well, saying that, like, my ping on this server is completely fine, but it depends where you are and it depends what internet you have, so... Because priority-wise, both me and my housemate are unemployed people who don't have much money, yet the largest bill we pay other than our rent is in fact our internet bill, because we can't go, like, through life with a crappy internet. Come on. Priorities, man. I mean, yeah, there's also that whole food and water and, I don't know, all that kind of stuff that's apparently important, but no, internet, man. Gotta have a decent internet. Because, of course, we've got the best internet we can have in our region, which isn't super amazing. It's probably people with, like, much better internet than we do. But, still, it's the best we can get around here. And God forbid if the internet just died on me. That'd be awful. Like, without an internet, my list of things to do just drops dramatically. But saying that, if my internet dropped, I'd just be doing more Divinity Original Sin 2, because I actually don't need the internet for that. Yeah, I wouldn't get any achievements, but I don't really care. So, of course... Oh, well, actually saying that, one thing I wouldn't obviously be able to do is I wouldn't be able to upload the videos to my YouTube channel, but... There is that. Oh, careful now. Is he the head of the FCC? I have no idea what the FCC is, but is that the name of the guy who wants to do the whole anti-net neutrality thing? He basically wants to make it so that, you know, rich companies will be the ones who have best internet and things like that. So, of course, if you wanted to, I don't know, if you wanted to have your own website, then your connection would be awful simply because you are not a rich person. Because, yeah, net neutrality needs to be a thing. I mean, for example, in some countries, like, for example, even the UK, having access to the internet is a... Oh, what's it called? What's the actual term for it? It's a human right, I think. I think that's the exact way you call it. Oh god, what's happened to his head? But yeah, it's a human right. You know, other things that are human right is access to clean water, access to somewhere to stay, as in like somewhere secure, and things like that. You know, the obvious basic things that every human should be allowed to have. Access to internet is one of them. So I can tell you now, net neutrality, or you know, however you want to call it, basically that sort of thing isn't going to happen in the UK, because in Europe, I'm pretty sure it's not just the UK, but there's also many other countries in Europe where access to the internet is a human right. Now bear in mind, that's access to the internet, not internet quality. So this is as simple as you could go to the library, your local library, for a really shitty internet connection, but you know, as long as you have access to it, that's a human right. So
Break time's over. Get back to work.
are you thinking about moving? Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, like, I'm quite fortunate with the parents I have, but no matter how much I love my parents and how much they love me, I would not want to live with them. I just wouldn't. Because, like, obviously I lived with them for a long time growing up, and then, of course, when you finally get, like a free place... Like, I don't have a place of my own yet, because, of course, I'm unemployed, I can't afford a place of my own. I have to share my house with someone else. Oh god, come here! But yeah, it's one of those things, like, you want to give them their own space as well. You don't want to just sort of be that person who's just going to live with them for the rest of their lives, because of course they've got their stuff to do as well. Like, they might want to go on holiday and then kind of feel awkward because they kind of have to invite you and things like that. Just those sorts of things. Like, I certainly don't want to live with my parents. Like, I don't mind, like, going to visit every now and then. That's... I'll visit my parents every now and then for a free haircut and a decent meal. In fact, that's what I do every few months, but I won't want to live with them. Jesus Christ, no. I mean, for example, when it gets to like 10 o'clock at night, that's when my parents go to bed. So, me making any sort of noise past 10 o'clock at night would be them getting really annoyed. So, which would mean I'd have to end my stream going, sorry, my parents are like telling me to do things. Whereas, where I live now, because I don't live with anyone who can tell me what to do, I've just got my own space. And having your own freedom is something that's really good. So the balance between freedom and, I don't know, having some people to live with so you can, like, actually, you know, hang out with your friends in your own house. That is something to think about, but it is something you definitely want to look forward to. Yeah, like, someday you'll eventually move out, so. Anything new in this game? Well, right now, yes and no. Yes, in the way that there is, in fact, a load of internet content. There's a new map, I think. Someone can correct me on that. I think there's a new map. There is a new boss, and of course there is all of the new skins and all of the Zeds. And probably some new collectibles you can find as well. But that's all in the beta. That is not in the default game right now. Which is kind of annoying considering what time it is. I don't mean time of day necessarily, I mean the fact that, like, it's the 11th of December and, you know, the whole Christmassy thing is kind of... It's going to kind of get to a point where it's like, come on, do the Christmas thing. Like, it's probably going to be very soon that they're actually going to release it out to everybody. But I'm not going to be doing the Christmas thing until it's actually just in the default game. Like, I'm not going to bother messing around with the whole beta crap. Because it's a pain in the ass to sort that thing out last known. Maybe it's really easy to sort out now, but when it's in the default game, that's when I'll bother about it. Because this is the thing, because I've also been talking about, bear in mind that Killing Floor 2 is an old game, so at some point, I will be stopping doing my streaming, and of course eventually, this will be a lot later I'll be doing, like, the last of my map reviews, because of course, it's all dependent on who's actually, first of all, on whether or not someone's actually doing the map reviews. Oh, you should not have done that, because the A12 was right there. You know what? Let's take a different turn on this. Let's actually go for this. We have a medic, but now I've got me as well. But yeah, because I mean, eventually I'm going to stop doing the whole Killing Floor 2 stuff. That's going to happen eventually. I've actually been thinking about the end of this year will be the last of my Killing Floor 2 stuff. But it depends. I mean, if people really want to see me play Killing Floor 2, that's something I can still stream on Mondays. But when Vermintide 2 comes out, that's going to be it. I might do, if people really want to see me do Killing Floor 2, I will do it now and then. But the new Monday stream will be Vermintide 2 when that comes out. And that's going to be first quarter 2018, which means January, February, or March. It's not set in stone when it's actually coming out, but when it does come out, that's when I'm doing it. Because Vermintide 1 was an amazing game. In fact, it was the first game I actually started live streaming. So, unless it turns out Vermintide 2 is for some reason garbage, which I don't think it is, because I've actually seen quite a lot of it so far and it looks really good, then I'll be playing a lot of Vermintide 2. So that'll be my thing. Oh god. Now, do I want to go for the Scrake right now, or get rid of his buddies? Oh, he's going for me, okay. There we go. We're playing Vermintide on Xbox, fantastic, love the guy with the dual pistols. This is the thing, the guy with the dual pistols in Vermintide 1, which you're talking about, he's my favourite character. However, I actually prefer to play him with, I've got the crossbow, and I've got the two-handed sword. Those are the weapons I've got with him, and actually that's how I prefer to play him. But, yeah. Like, I haven't played Vermintide in a long time, so I actually kind of forget how it plays. I think the only difference between the characters, if I'm correct in this, is what weapons they can hold. I think that's really it. Because my next go-to was the Dwarf, because I was actually going to build him up as a tank, but that's when I started like developing weapons for him, and then that's when I kind of moved away from Vermintide, so... There's Terraria I can play with a lot of people. I've played a bit of Terraria, it's not really my thing. Because I mean, Minecraft is something that I played for a long time, but at least that was 3D, whereas Terraria is 2D. It is a lot less interesting, if you ask me. But hey, that's just my opinion. There is, in fact, a lot coming our way. Okay. He's going to turn around any second now. There we go. I wanted to see how far we could actually get him to move. Oh, God. Well, at least he was going for someone else at that point. However, now he's going for me. There we go. Right. Do some healing, which of course we are limited to because we are not as fast as the medic when it comes to regenning the healing thing. When he played a few hours, he's still learning the ropes. Probably a dumb question, but has Vermintide just started coming out on Xbox then? Wave 6. Okay, right, I should really be paying attention. Let's leave it at that, because eventually I'm going to sell this gun at the end of this wave, and then I'm going to get an AA-12, so that should be good. I don't like Minecraft because there's lots of kids and other people who get pissed when you build better than them. Honestly, that's the thing, like when I first started playing Minecraft it was in alpha, and I played it for quite a while. However, I still stopped playing Minecraft when it was in beta. I played it for a long time. Because the thing is about me and Minecraft is that, I mean, technically the game was never finished when I stopped playing it, but still, is that I'd like find like an area that I liked, I'd then start building up a town and things like that, or I say town, more like my own like house and all that sort of stuff, and then I'd build up lots of things and I'd have a look around a bit. I don't know, maybe get a decent bit of armor, decent like weapon and stuff, but then I'd just eventually get bored and I'd want to just go and explore new maps, and I'd just start again. That's how I just very quickly got bored of Minecraft. Also, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, when it comes to Minecraft and multiplayer, I've only played it with friends of mine, so the whole typical Minecraft kid type character I've never actually come across. When it comes to kids being annoying in video games, I only tend to come across them in games like Heroes of the Storm and things like that. Because these days that's pretty much the only times I actually come across those types of people. Because, again, like typically when it comes to multiplayer stuff, either it doesn't really matter how well your team does, like for example Killing Floor 2, like your team could be a bit shit and then you can still just like manage to pull through by yourself, whereas in games like Heroes of the Storm, it becomes much more noticeable when people are being bad, because you're like, unless the enemy team is complete garbage, your team needs to be really good. And you can tell by the way that some people talk that they're either definitely not English, or some of the things they try and insult you with are definitely kids, because honestly, the whole your mum type thing, well, the reason why I say that's a kids thing is quite simply because if you're old enough, you've probably heard a lot better insults than that. So honestly, it is quite disappointing when the person who's actually not doing very well, you'd ask them to do something in particular, like, oh, could you help me out with this camp or something, and they're like, oh, shut the fuck up, don't you tell me what to do. It's just like, oh my god, really? I mean, you know, at the moment you're in the wrong lane and not helping in the team fights, but seriously, try and ask for your help on something, they're like, ugh, don't boss me around. Like, okay, guess you're not going to be useful then. But then again, there are some people who think really insulting people on the internet really has much of an effect on some people. Like, for me, it's mainly disappointment. It's like, oh, well, if that's how you're going to be, then you're not really much help, are you? You won't do PvP games with salty people. Don't know how fun it is to enjoy and play a game. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, people like that can actually ruin a game in some ways. Like, if a particular community is bad, then yeah. Like, I have actually tried Counter-Strike, for example, and I legit thought the whole salty person and Russians playing, like, pretty much all over the place, was like, kind of like, the joke thing, is that you'd probably get as many Russians in Counter-Strike as you would any other game. However, every game I played had at least one person talking what, at least from what I can tell, was Russian, based on the lettering. Because of course there are other countries that have similar lettering to some of the things, and I also don't speak Russian or read Russian, so I don't know for sure exactly what it was, but yeah, there were literally kids, salty people, and Russians playing that game. Like, I mean, I didn't like playing the game in the end, quite simply because, well, it just wasn't really my kind of game, but I know what you mean. Like, a community can change a lot about a game, it really can. Like, that's the thing, like, League of Legends is very salty, yeah, fair enough. It's one of those things, like, League of Legends and the other one that's a lot like League of Legends, Dota or something. Like, I don't really play those ones. I ain't gonna bother getting around to it. And there we go. Oh, saying that. Sell that, don't need that. Doesn't look like anyone's requesting cash, so okay, we'll just hold on to what we got. And we'll get out of there. Now, where are people actually going? Are they going up top over here? Because if they are, I could probably join them. So I have just been going around to the centre area for a bit. Oh, really? Just fucking stepped on it. Fuck's sake. You know what? It's only 11 armor. I'm not going to bother with it. I would have thought that it would have despawned by the end of the wave, though. So, oh well. But yeah, games with their memes, you can kind of either just completely ignore them or whatever. Like, for example, I've got voice chat turned off in Killing Floor 2 because it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes you get people who think they're being hilarious by just shouting down the microphone or something. It's just like, I'll just turn it off. And it's basically people being themselves on the internet, so what can you do? What can you do? Well, you can turn it off, for example. Problem solved. Hey Mozza, how's it going? As for what you've missed, this is game number 3. Tonight we're going through all of the games that... Sorry, all of the maps that come with the game, just because I haven't played them in such a long time. And of course, we've been talking about different video games, how long I'm going to be doing Killing Floor 2 for, just in general. Like, I'm probably going to be doing the end of the stream. Well, Killing Floor 2 as a Monday stream is going to stop when Vermintide 2 comes out. However, it also might stop at the end of the year, but if people really want me to play Killing Floor 2, so if they request it enough, then I'll probably also... Hang on. Just got to fix this problem. But yeah, people really want to play me. Play me? What am I talking about? If people want me to play Killing Floor 2, then I can play it now and then, like just as I do with my other streams. But as a Monday stream, it will stop when Vermintide 2 comes out. The thing is that Killing Floor 2 has been an old game. It's been out for quite a while. And I've been playing it since beta, so there's that. Scare the Skrakes. There we go. Also, ow. And that's coming our way. Okay, hang on. I am trying. Oh, here we go. Right, he's not going for me, is he? Oh, yes, he is. There we go. Thank you, Z Time. You saved me and the other guy. We had the remixed version of Christmas songs for Twisted Christmas event. I haven't seen the Christmas event yet, but when it comes out in the basic game, then I will be definitely trying it out. But right now, it is still in beta, I believe. What do I think of Stardew Valley getting a multiplayer update? Honestly, Stardew Valley isn't the game I actually like, so I have no idea. But if someone in chat knows the answer, feel free to tell him. Because of course, yeah, if you guys want to chat to yourselves in chat, go for it. Don't mind me. I'm just here being the entertainer. That's the plan anyway. Oh god. Okay, I've just noticed how many Zeds there still are. Yeah, it's because we've got full 6. Oh, hello. Okay, it's up there that's the problem. Which means he's going to have to bring it down here, because I ain't going to bother going up there. Oh. Well... the guy literally dies from fall damage, then the Z comes out without a head. Oh, hang on. This guy's problematic. And he's got a Scrake with him. Okay, wait. No. Yes? Where's that guy going? Okay, now the Scrake's going to kill me at this rate. And if the Flesh Pound changes his mind, he's also going to go for me as well. There we go. Oh no, what have I done? I've just angered quite a lot of stuff. Oh no, I just backed into it. I'm dead. Oh, we all just got slaughtered. We backed into the wrong people right there. Wow. Now there's only 20 left, so he should be fine. Because I mean, there's only Skrakes and other things. God damn, yeah, that was something. Oh, there's a remix of the new song. Okay, well I might listen to it, but other than that, I guess I'll just wait until the new map comes out. Yeah, this guy's probably gonna take his time, so that will do. While he's doing that, let's actually have a look at where the guns went. So of course, I'm probably gonna want to go pick mine up. So let's see. This map's longer than I thought. Jeez. Okay, right, it was down here we all died, wasn't it? Now, what's actually on the floor right now? I've got to bear in mind that, yeah, there's actually 2 AA-12s down here. That one's mine. Oh, both have the same skin on them, okay. Now, I don't know about you, but I have no idea what the fuck that is. But apparently it's right there, whatever it is, so let's get away from that. Let's go back to our medic, who is doing things slowly but surely. It's one of those things, like, as long as he actually, you know, doesn't die, I think we should be fine. It's not like he's got the tricky Zeds left, though. But yeah, but it's interesting to see well, when it comes to remixes of tracks, like what people actually come up with, because some remixes are just way better than originals. That's the thing. I mean, hey, maybe it just depends what kind of music people prefer, but I know when it comes to music on my MP3 player, I have quite a few remixes on there. Quite a few. You're playing the first Fear game. I've never actually played those games. I don't really know if they're any good. It's one of those things like, when it comes to old games, once a game becomes old enough, unless it's like got a nostalgia element in it, then I'm not really interested, is the thing. Right.
Don't forget,
Just gonna pick up my gun and move on.
chainsaws. Chainsaws hurt.
Do they? Oh, if she hadn't told me that chainsaws hurt, I wouldn't know.
Now spend it.
Okay, right. Gonna do the same again. Oh god, really? Really, really? Excuse me, but yeah.
There's Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very
Okay then, so we didn't find any body armor, which is exactly what we need, so I'm just gonna go for a runabout. Because we need to find some. That's where the boss is gonna be, I don't really know, but... Oh jeez, we're not gonna get any, are we?
soon. Closer.
See what we can find.
Finding the Batmobile.
Okay, right, let's just wait here. You usually get something to respawn in here, so... There's a box, I'll go grab that. Okay, that's who we've got. Where's he standing? Oh yeah, he stands like... He doesn't actually stand in a player area, he stands like above. Let's grab that. Ah, fuck. Seriously, I did not even alt-tab at all. Don't tell me I'm going to die because of that. Ah, I'm probably dead. Yeah. Fuck's sake. I literally pressed tab, and the game thought I pressed alt-tab for some reason. Of course, my Steam thing comes up. So now I'm dead. Thanks, game. Oh, in fact, thanks, keyboard. Thanks, keyboard, for being an ass about that. Don't mind me just taking my meds. But yeah, that was really annoying. That was really annoying. Oh, careful. Tell you what, actually, yeah, let's follow this guy, seeing he's the one who's actually been with me since the start. He just happened to jump in like after the first wave. The first map I did. He's also dead, but you know. Last player standing. Yeah, we've not got this at all. Not at all. But hey, I've already got all the achievements for completing the missions, so just doing it for the fun. As for this guy, not doing too well. I mean, I know I say a lot about survivalists and how they just are not survivaling type characters, but hey, there's survivalist is the last person alive, so there's that. Now, this can be a tricky boss to win because his allies are a real pain in the ass. I mean, hey, they killed me pretty quick. Doesn't take much. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, point blank isn't a good idea. There you go. I mean, this is literally going to be what he's going to be doing for the next while, unless he immediately dies, so oddly enough, I hope he dies. And soon, otherwise we're going to be sitting here for a while. Like, apologies for last week, by the way, because we had like a situation where, for some reason, pretty much all of the different servers we tried to go to had some sort of network connection. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if it was me or it was Killing Floor 2's side of things. Of course, they weren't all Killing Floor 2's own servers, or other people's servers as well. And then we just ended up dying a lot of times. I was not very lucky. And late on in the stream, I was not exactly on point. Quite simply because I had just not had much sleep. There you go. That saves us having to wait at least. Squad was wiped out. Well, where are we going next is the real question. So, give me a minute. I'll tell you now, if they're actually going to pick a server I do not want to go on, then... Oh, Tragic Kingdom. That's for one. The end of... Oh, Newt is also fine. If they just pick a map I don't want to go on, I'm just going to pick a different server, because I feel like it. Because one thing I might do a bit later on is I might actually go on a server that has some custom maps on it, just for the sake of it. But yeah, Tragic Kingdom. Let's have a look. Also, yeah, I imagine all the Fear games are pretty cheap on Steam. Also, the Christmas sales will be coming up very soon. So there is that. I can imagine like old games do get well, I know for a fact old games do get quite cheap. Like some of the RC companies, like for example old like Call of Duty games, or like I'm imagining FIFA and Madden and stuff like that, they don't go that cheap, but there you go. Fear Complete is about £35, which should be pretty heavily discounted during the sales. Yeah, I imagine it will be. Alright. What are we going to play as on the Tragic Kingdom? Well, unless you guys pick, I'm going to decide... Firebug or Demolitionist? I mean, you guys can pick, like, if the server doesn't start in a second. But, yeah. Let's fire it up a little bit, unless you guys say otherwise, so... Readying up. Call of Duty 4 was around £60 for years on Steam. God damn. This is the thing, right? Because I had well, I bought Call of Duty 4, which is Modern Warfare 1. I bought that at a I was gonna say either a game or something like that, on a typical like on the wall type thing. And way back when, on multiplayer, it had GameSpy. If you guys remember GameSpy, that's going back quite far, but yeah, it had GameSpy. And for quite a while, obviously it was completely fine, but then at some point GameSpy closed down, which meant if you owned an account on Call of Duty, then of course you had to. There's a certain time period. It's like a couple of months or something, but you had to move your account over to whoever it was done with like next with the whole multiplayer side of things. And of course, I was one of those people who never really even knew about that, and never even went back to Modern Warfare until like I think it's either early this year or like last year, when I was considering games I wanted to go back to. I think it was earlier this year. So of course, I reinstalled Modern Warfare 1 on disc. And the fact that it was on disc had all sorts of problems when it came to trying to do the multiplayer side of things. So I was like, okay, well I'll just see how it is on Steam then. It can't be that expensive, right? Nope, still full price. Seriously, Activision's a real pain in the ass. They really are. So yeah, that never happened. But yeah, speaking of Modern Warfare 1, that is now over a decade old. It came out in October... early October. It was still in single digits October. Back in 2007. So there you go. That's something for you. Alright. I think this is going to be the last regular map I do. So when we're done with this one, we'll go find a different server, because this server only has regular maps on it. Now, let's see if we can actually find anything to get crate-wise. Or, of course, you know, armor's also fine.
Perfect. Pod is open again. Let's get you restocked.
Nooks and crannies.
Oh, you're 29 since last month.
When no one dies.
Oh, happy birthday, I guess, belated. Oh, Christ, that's the thing. Next year, at some point, I'll be turning 29 as well. And one day I'll be 30. Oh, boy. That's a lot to think of, isn't it?
Final choices.
Right, I better actually get there, because... yeah, me just running around looking for crates isn't really helping. I mean, I found one. But I was hoping to do more than that. And of course, I'm way away from the trader, but we're going to make it in time.
Glad you made it back.
And we're just going to go for ammo. So we're going to save up, because we want to get the flamethrower.
Last chance. I have to power down the pod.
Now, where do people typically fight on this map? I think a lot of people actually go up here.
Time's up.
So let's have a look. Is he shooting at me? I don't really know why he is. Because you can actually go up to a certain distance on this before... I think the Zeds don't actually come from that way, do they? Let's have a look. We don't do this often enough, so we'll have a look. Yeah, I don't think the Zeds come from that way, so let's go over here. Age won't change how you act. I have to say pretty much. Like, there were times, obviously, when I acted different, but I don't think my age had much to do with it. It's just more what I was doing at the time. Like, for example, I was very much that little nerd person in his shell who never really said anything to anyone for a very long time until I went to university, and I very slowly broke out of my shell. Like, I changed a lot when I came to university because, of course, way back in school, I was one of that few group of people who was the group of nerds who no one really thought was that very cool. But then again, you go to university and you come across people, like hundreds of people, who are exactly like you are, and all of a sudden you're not like the odd one out, if that makes sense. You're just like one of the rest of everybody else. So that was cool. Made tons of new friends that way. And yeah, you also meet people from all over the world at university. It is quite an interesting place. And honestly, I have to say I changed a lot as a person going through my first 1 or 2 years of university. There was something. Also, that's the first year of university is when my first relationship ended, and the 4th year of university is when my second relationship started and ended. All sorts of stuff happened back in my university days. But honestly, like, since I actually finished university, I've not really changed that much. I've pretty much just been me, and like, if I do change at all, it's going to have nothing to do with my age. Because honestly, I'm still a child at heart when it comes to all the games I like to play, the things I think are funny. Like, for example, farts are hilarious if somebody just randomly farts. I just can't help but laugh. Group of nerds is the best group. Agreed. Right. We've got enough money for that, so that's what we're getting. And that's what we're going to stick with. Could look around for some more ammo crates, but we're just going to go up here. Because we're going to eventually go, like, work our way through this this mini flamethrower, and then eventually get onto the next one. I actually have 2 new flamethrower skins you guys might not have seen yet. That's quite a fancy one, but this one is definitely a Halloween one. It's got bats on it and everything, so that's something. Your alcohol intake has increased. Well, I'd be careful on that one. Don't become an alcoholic. That's not a good thing to happen while you're at university, but yeah. When it comes to alcohol, like, before I went to university, my my liking of alcohol was literally various ciders. I mean, I'm a country kid originally, and that's the sort of stuff we tend to have, whereas I kind of moved on to mainly spirits. I do still like my ciders. Like, well, for a start, last week I was actually drinking Strongbow. It is a nice thing to sip every now and then, because of course, like, when you once you get into spirits, like, ciders don't have as much of an effect on you. See, I have the unfortunate side of things where some of my medication actually makes me more resistant to alcohol. So it actually takes a lot more alcohol to get me drunk. Now, here's something I do not understand. Some people get really boastful about how much alcohol they can drink before they get drunk. I don't see that as a good side of things. I see that as, do you have any idea how much money I have to spend to get drunk on a night? Do you have any idea? But not just how much, like, money I have to spend, but how much, like, effort I have to put into drinking over and over again. See, like, seriously. And then, of course, how many times you drink, how many times you then got to go to the toilet. Wouldn't it be a lot easier if one shot glass of, I don't know, like a nice spirit or something got me drunk? Would that be fantastic? I would love that. Like, I don't know why people boast about how much they can drink. I'd rather just, like, the slightest bit of a drink would get me drunk, because then it'd be a lot easier to stay drunk all night. A lot easier. Because also, again, like, with my medication, like, if I get drunk, like, at the beginning of a night out, then I'm going to be sober before I get home. Like, half the time. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, I sober up super fast. And again, it's really annoying. I don't know why people actually like being able to drink a lot. I mean, alcoholic drinks are tasty, don't get me wrong, but they're also tastier drinks. Like, for example, I don't know, orange juice, pineapple juice, Coke, Pepsi, all that sort of stuff. They're just about very tasty drinks as well, but of course they're not alcoholic, so, you know, that's where you gotta mix them. Not much of a drinker? Yeah, like, they're also, like, that's another thing, is like, people who don't drink alcohol for some reason are criticised. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with not wanting to drink it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a drink that can potentially do bad things to people. Like, for example, what I mean by that is some people actually get aggressive when they're drunk, whereas me, I'm just more jovial. I just become more relaxed and more jovial, so I actually don't mind getting drunk now and then, which again is why it would be nice if just one shot glass would get me drunk for the night, because otherwise, honestly, I probably would, if it was like that, like not as it is now, but if it's like that, I probably would just get like drunk every evening before I go to bed, because of course I also have a lot of sleep trouble for a wide variety of things, but if I'm drunk, 5 minutes and, well, if that, 5 minutes and then I'm just gone asleep, whereas these days it's like an hour, typically, maybe an hour and a half, before I actually managed to get to sleep. Right, now I actually ran out of ammo that time, so we're going to hold on to the cork and burn for now. And get some more bullets, and get a bit of armor, just because. But other than that, cork and burn is going to be our backup, so we're going to use the other ones until then.
Last chance. I have to power down the pod.
I should probably pay attention to also where I'm running as well. Wait, where did I go?
Time's up.
I go up here. How do I go up here?
Z.
I've completely just lost track of things, so I'm trying to read chat. Oh, I'm not far enough. Okay, hang on. He knows where he's going. Okay, I'm just going to follow this guy. Always a designated driver. I may have a driver's license, but the thing is that my issue is that, of course, having epilepsy is that I have a driver's license. However, it is illegal for me to drive. Because if anything happens seizure-wise, or even if your medication just happens to change, then you're not allowed to drive for a year. And for a long time, back when I first got my driver's license, I wasn't having any of those problems. But these days, that is something I have now and then. What were these things called? Absences. They feel free to look those up, because they're just a pain in the ass to explain. But there you go. So that's the thing, like, it's really weird, like, I have a driver's license, but me driving is actually illegal. I'm only allowed to have the driver's license because it's ID. Oh shit. Oh shit, we're all about to die. I've not been paying the slightest bit of attention, I don't think. That's the thing. I've been paying so little attention, I don't know how much attention I have or haven't paid. Like, have I paid a lot of attention? Have I not? I don't know. I'm just very well aware of exactly what's coming in my direction, so while I've got the opportunity to, let's hold up a minute, because I'm very, very just slowly, I don't want to say burning to death, because that's not exactly what's happening. I'm just very slowly vomit burning to death, if that makes sense. Hey, if you never want to get drunk, don't. Simple as that. If anyone that criticises you for it, then they're the one who's just the odd one out, really. Like, some people don't, some people are like, I don't smoke. For example, I don't smoke, whereas some people will criticize other people if they don't smoke. It's like, why? Like, smoking's the weird one, because every breath of smoking you take actually damages you permanently. And a lot of people don't seem to realize that. Whereas with alcohol, as long as you don't have too much, your body can just withstand it and also just fix itself, you know? Whereas smoking, whether the other one's smoking or not, every breath you take is permanent damage. Yet for some reason, people criticize other people for not wanting to smoke. It's weird. Humans are weird. There we go. I think that's something we can all agree on. Oh, that's another thing. Like, I actually always remember what happens after I've been drunk. If that wasn't the case, I also wouldn't drink at all. Because, yeah. If I just suddenly, like, every time I got drunk, just woke up somewhere with, like, not remembering where I was or what happened, that would be me done. I'd be like, no, I'm never doing this ever again. But that's not the case, so that's why I don't mind doing it now and then. But I totally respect people who have, like, decent reasons for not drinking alcohol and stuff. I mean, hey, some people just don't like drinking for religious reasons. That's also completely fine. Isn't that indeed meat is proper cooked? So At the trader.
Sick bastards.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like me too. Although technically, alcohol is a drug in itself. But yeah, I know what you guys mean. There's absolutely nothing wrong or weird about that at all. That's just life.
Let's get you restocked.
Let's get some free ammo from you. Oh god, I actually had 2. Oh no, I still had this weapon left. Never mind. Ignore me.
Very nice.
Alright. Let's just max that out and let's get out of here. Let's try and get back to where we were. I think me and him kind of got a bit busy trying to actually get to where we were going. Oh god, really?
Need a bit of cash?
There you go. See how well he does.
More Zeds on the way.
Okay, right, hang on. Before I actually just completely stop looking and try and read chat, let's actually just go to where I'm going, then read chat. Okay, right, now I just need to follow this thing. Also, that's the thing, like, here's something you'll get criticised over, but is also pretty useful to know. If, for example, you drink alcohol,
Zeds are getting closer.
if you drink about as much water as alcoholic liquid you've just drank, you won't get a hangover, because most people don't even know what a hangover even is. And part of what a hangover is, very basically explained, is your brain is thirsty.
Squad health check.
Which is why when it comes to a lot of things of how to, like, clear up a hangover, it involves drinking something. Because, unsurprisingly, your brain is basically thirsty. I mean, there's other things involved, but that's the most basic way to put it, which is why whenever I go on a night out or something, like, every other drink I have is water, and I just down it. Simple as that. And guess what? I haven't had a hangover in at least a decade, so hey, it works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's unfortunate, but pretty much how you do it. Because of course, the reason why I say you'll get criticised for it is probably because if some people, well, basically an asshole, will see you at a house party or something, they'll be like, "You're drinking water? Oh, that's so lame." It's like, hey, have fun with your hangover, because I ain't having one. It's literally that simple. Oh, me and you, flamethrower time. Okay, I see how it is. And it is that there's actually a lot more of you than there are of me, so bear that in mind. Okay. Let's just yeah, let's just reload first. Oh wow, okay, you are very much dead. However, I'm not a reader of Russian, so I have no idea what he just said. Either way, hopefully it wasn't criticism on me, because if it was, why didn't you help me? I had no idea where he even was, so... Then again, I barely even know where I am half the time. Like, the amount of times I've gotten lost going to this same place every single time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, when it comes to getting angry, some people get incredibly furious about things. Like, don't get me wrong, I get super pissed off, but I never get so pissed off that I then, like, punch a wall or something. Because the thing is that would just make me even more angry. Because not only do I have a problem that's made me super angry, but now I also have, like, pain in my fist for punching a wall, and, most likely, a damaged wall. I mean, obviously, if it's like a brick wall, then yeah, it's not like I'm saying I'm going to, like, post a massive chunk out of it, but... Still. Like, if I punched a wall now, it'd, like, put a dent in it, because, of course, like, the wall to my left is a brick wall. However, the wall to my right, which is off, like, over there, it's way out of my reach, is actually not a brick wall. Because it's an inner, like, it's in the inner wall, like, in a house wall, whereas, like, the one to my left is literally, well... Within an arm's reach is my neighbour sat next to a wall, who, for all I care, or for all I know, so, you know. But yeah. Like, I don't get why people get so angry they then feel they have to hit something. Like, I do get the whole, like, relieving anger and stress can be done by hitting something. I get that. But that's what you get, like, I don't know, I don't know what you'd call it. Those things people hit in a gym when, like, practicing, like, them being a boxer or something, stuff like that. Or, like, for me, like, seeing as I don't have one of those, if I got really angry and for some reason felt I needed to punch something, then I could just, like, punch my mattress or something that isn't going to break, like a pillow or something. I don't know. Like, I don't really get why people would actually just get so angry They just need to hit something. It's like, no, I don't... Because, like, then you've just got another problem. Oh, here's another one. This is one I really don't get, is when they get so pissed off,
Make your choices.
they then have to, like, throw everything around. Well, congrats, because now not only do I still have a problem, but I also now have an issue where
Trading
I've just made a complete mess of my house. What the fuck am I doing?
Who wants some
There you
cash?
go, seriously.
You earn the money. Now spend it.
Because, like, if I got really pissed off and, like, just wrecked my own room, well, now I have a problem and a wrecked room. If anything, if I have a problem, what I definitely want to do is go down to a nice, tidy room and probably, like, play video games or watch TV or something. Like, that's what I would want to do, you know? I wouldn't want to go home to a wrecked house, 'cause that would just get me even more angry.
Hostile present.
Some people's logic just doesn't really compute with me.
Bacon, mate.
Okay. Let's just get back over here. And the reason why I'm going over here is because it means there's only one direction I actually need to look in, which is a lot easier. First of all, when I'm trying to read chat, punch bags, thank you, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Or punching bags, is what I want to call them. But yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Well, that's the thing. If it comes to they just feel like they need to wreck something, why don't you just wreck something in a video game? Because first of all, it means you're not actually damaging anything, so you're not creating more problems for yourself. But also, for example, let's say I got really pissed off, so I wanted to kill loads of Zeds. Let's just say that's something I wanted to do. Then why don't I just go kill loads of Zeds? Then I can just restart the level, or just play a different map if I wanted to, and kill even more Zeds. The thing is because it's a digital thing, it's a game, you have an infinite supply of things you might want to kill to, like, release stress, you know? So there you go. And of course, the thing about watching TV and playing video games and all sorts of stuff, it also means that, and films, it means that you also have the option of maybe, I don't know, watching a comedy. Like, just watch something that will make you laugh and actually make you relax, make you forget about whatever your problem is for a bit, you know? These are just things you can do. Well, that's the thing, like, if I'm just really not in the mood, one thing I can do is I can play, Here's the Storm. I can play versus AI and put it on beginner mode. That way I could probably solo them because they're so pathetic. That's the thing. Because that mode is there, it's such an incredibly easy mode that you actually, most of the time, would play it against it and go, wait, why is this even a mode? They're just so easy. It means if you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you know you're going to win, like, for example, let's say I wanted to do this on Killing Floor 2. There's no way I would play on Suicidal or Hell on Earth difficulty if I wanted to guarantee a win. If I just put it on normal or hard, then yeah, I don't really need to put much effort in because I'm level 25 now. Like, I'm just way over level for playing that difficulty. So that's what I'd do. Like, you know what, I'm just going to kill some Zeds. You know what, I'm going to put it on normal. I'm just going to shred as many Zeds as I can, and then I'm going to go on another map and do it again, because I feel like it, you know? It just makes sense. Also, let's... Oh god, I'm trying to stay away from most of that, and it didn't exactly work. Fuck. That's the thing, when it comes to video games, I don't mind losing, depending on how I lost. If I made a mistake, sometimes that really pisses me off. Also, we're going to go for... I've just noticed Gabriel's joined us, however, we're actually going to go and find some custom games. We're going to go for the sake of variety, so apologies about suddenly switching over. Favourites, refresh. See where we are. And of course, they're empty. So, this is the one we're going on. This has got loads of maps that I haven't actually seen all of yet, but let's have a look. Because Dojo is quite an interesting one, so I'm going to check it out. And because we can Berserker, because this is a close range map, it's very small. Like, for example, if it was me doing very well versus someone else doing very well but better than me, that's fine. I don't mind that at all. Like, we get, for example, like, here's the Storm, get that a lot. Like, if the enemy team actually just did really well, then that's fine. If I did a lot worse than I know I'm capable of and I lose, that can annoy me. Because, like, come on, I'm better than this. I know I can do better than that, so I shouldn't have just screwed over so badly. That can piss me off. And if the enemy does something incredibly cheap or cheats and then wins because of that, that also pisses me off, so... honestly, I never really got into The Sims. It's one of those things like when it came to first getting a computer, like I started playing games like Age of Empires and things like that. Whereas I think the first game my sister ended up getting when she eventually realised that actually the computer isn't that awful. It actually has other things on it. She actually started playing The Sims a lot, and I never really liked The Sims. But yeah, let's just get through this map and then try out one of the different ones. Because this is actually a decent map, by the way, which is odd considering you can basically see half the map in the background right now. Excuse me. Oof. Now, I deliberately picked a Berserker simply because. Also, free their spirits, kill them all. I don't know what the hell that's talking about. Unless it's not really talking about anything, it's literally just saying, well, kill the Zeds then. But yeah, considering this is a very, very tiny map, it's actually pretty decent. There you go. Full map exploration right there. I've already done it. If you wonder what I'm talking about, is there's that end of the map, and then there's that end of the map. It is literally just a dojo. As for what the trade looks like, that's pretty cool, so you'll get to see that eventually, but just get our way through this. Also, don't die on me, please. Like, I need Gabriel to watch my back. So hopefully we'll keep him alive. I'm going to try and focus on one direction. As in this direction, not the frickin' band. Now, is it just me, or do these Zeds seem slightly bigger? Am I just going completely mental? Oh wow, okay. You're not having a good day, are you? You're really not. Very unfortunate. Now we should actually get some music at some point. Like this map actually has its own music feature in it. I wonder where it is. Alright, so is it this side or the other side? This side, okay. It's got like its own little section in here that's pretty cool.
I'm glad someone made it out in one piece.
Right, what are we doing? Sell that crap, and we can't get it yet, so for now let's just get this. Right, so he doesn't die again. There you go. Make good use of that. Alright, so let's have a quick full exploration around this map. And there you go, you've seen it all. Although, perhaps not everything. Now, me being me, when I look at this, some people might see, oh, it's like some sort of demonic sword. There's a different type of demonic thing I think this looks like. Because I just go around on the internet too much, I'm sorry, but that's just the first thing that comes to mind. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. That does in fact look like a gigantic demon penis. So yeah. Now all of these side areas here we actually can't go through, but the little just side areas where all the Zeds spawn. And that's basically it. There's not really much else to say about this map, unless there's something I'm missing. Now I can actually hear like a very faint bit of music in the background, but it's not meant to be like a proper theme tune, it's meant to be just something in the background. Because of course most people wouldn't actually have the in-game music turned off, so there's that. Oh, come on. Get your thing out. Oh, hello. It's the blenders. Get their own freaking band and everything, but there isn't one of the blenders, that spinning attack they do, that one. It can shred you quite easily. Also, when you say HOE map, which one are you on about in particular? Ow! Keep away from that. Let's cover his back. Let's make sure nothing grabs him from behind. And of course, we're having problems because they are in fact husks. I hate husks. There we go, let's switch them off for a bit, at least. Oh! Can't get out of the way, god damn it. And he died again, right. There's a reason I picked Berserker for this, it's because just how close range this map is. But, yeah, excuse me. Because of how close range this map is, you just don't have any space, and you take so much damage. Like, the fact that I have Vampire and Skirmish is probably the only reason I'm still alive.
Gotcha, bastard. Cutting them down.
Right. Okay, that's nice. There we go. And it's just you. Oh, don't you fucking dare. Don't, no.
I know
Fuck!
he's smarter than you.
I thought I could backstun him enough that he wouldn't actually suicide. Well, either way, you got to see the entirety of that map, so... Like, he started to... As soon as he puts his arm up like that... I mean, you can't really see what I'm doing, like, that's my elbow. As soon as he started doing this, like, oh, he's suiciding. Right. If I hit him enough times, I'm pretty sure, first of all, he's either going to die or he's going to stumble backwards. That didn't exactly happen, did it? New maps. Okay. And there's a reason why this is actually on my favourites list. Now, I know I've done it before. However, Nacht der Untoten, Endless, Night of the Undead. Now, this is actually a map that was broken last time we... Oh, of course, Hangman's Bridge. Yeah, of course he would want to do that one. But the reason why I want to put this one on is hopefully this is a... Oh, actually, that's a good point. No, it's too late. Cause I was going to say, because one of the issues we had with this map is it would crash. And the problem is if the server actually switches to Night of the Undead, and the issue we're having is we crash with it, that means we can't go back on the server anymore until the map changes. But it worked for us, so... Fair enough, you had to vote for it. Now, the difference with this one is you may recognise this map from... Call of Duty 3? It was the second World War one. Hey Navota, long time no see. How's it going? How is Christmas Voter doing? Yes, I did see your Steam name change. I thought that word is familiar. I know that from somewhere. Right, what are we picking for this one? Now, because this is a Call of Duty one, Call of Duty map, I'm actually going to go with Commando myself. We're going to see how we do. This map is very special, and it's also been a bit buggy, so depending on how this map goes, we'll see. Because, of course, for those of you who may have actually played Night of the Undead on the Call of Duty World War... I almost said World of Warcraft then. World War II game. For example, I want to see if this is still actually broken. So, I should throw 1,500 cash-wise at this, or...
Free money, people. You're not the only one.
Okay, that's fixed. Because what would happen before is you throw money at it, and it wouldn't actually take money from you. And then you could just, obviously, just do that. And basically what this is there are going to be unlimited number of Zeds coming at us. And, yeah, don't die. When it comes to, well, is there a trader? No, there isn't a trader. However, what there is weapons on the wall, and you basically throw money at them, and then the weapon will fall off, and you can pick it up. So it's a lot like Night of the Undead back in the Unreal Tournament games, because that was like an interesting side game they had. Did I just say Unreal Tournament games? I meant to say Call of Duty, which I don't know why I'm getting confused. This is the thing, I'm trying to focus on actually, you know, not losing. Actually not getting killed and actually killing these Zeds. And then the next thing, you know, I'm actually completely losing my train of thought. Okay. And of course, these things spawn really fast, but they kind of have to. And, yeah. Eventually we've got to... Ah, now, hang on. Is it going to do this again? Right. This is on 1,000. Yeah, okay, it's still bugged. Now that was 1,000, and you notice that I actually didn't lose any money there. However, I apparently spent 1,000 on that. So yeah, this is still bugged. Now the issue we can have is, instead of like in between waves, we've basically got this section here. Let's say it's fine. Alright, I know that feeling, because me going, let's say it's fine, is often my safe way around me not wanting to have to talk about it, so that's unfortunate, but either way, let's move on and I'm going to show you more of this map. Now, there's 2 pistols over there, which we're not going to bother grabbing because we don't need them. Oh god. And we've got... is that Winchester? It's a Winchester, right. Let's see what's upstairs. Because the idea is that you're supposed to kill the Zeds as normal, and eventually, that's C4, you're supposed to save up, open up more areas. Opening up this area, of course, means that you also get more guns. Also get some more guns up here. I'll eventually be getting this one, which is the bullpup. And of course, there are literally unending numbers of Zeds, so let's have fun with that. I can hear them as well. And I've got the trench gun as well. I mean, most of these guns are as similar as they can be to the ones you'd actually find in the game. And also a railgun down there. Alright, later Oswald. Thanks for sticking around. It's been a while since I've seen you, so it's good talk. And then there's this section, which is also bugged last time I saw, so... let's see if we can do it again. Yeah, there we go. Like, it's bugged because you should have to spend 1,000 cash to actually open that up, but... yeah, now this one... it did actually take my money. It's on 850 now. What happens if I do this? See, okay, see, this is the thing. Once again, it just accepted that I was actually pressing the button to drop the cash, but it wasn't taking it from me, so there's that. Also, you are nearly dead, sir. And of course you can't go outside, so... there you go. I need to save up enough to eventually get a bullpup. Because of course, this is the thing, if you don't... you gotta manage whether or not you're actually spending money on weapons, or if you're spending money on opening up new areas. Because of course the thing is that we're technically on Wave 3, which means we're going to get Zeds that actually appear in Wave 3. Oh, you know, if I don't die already. Jesus Christ. So, I'm probably dead actually. This is actually very difficult to do, by the way. And of course you've got to balance it out, because of course I spent most of my money on opening part of the door. And of course, now I've got the issue of... well, the only person who's got enough armor and stuff is to do this is obviously Gabu, and I can't respawn, I don't think, unless I respawn in between the waves. I actually forget, because I've only actually... when I was playing this with other people, well, we all died at the same point, so... there's that. Because of course, you've got to balance your money of... you're only earning so much money from when the Zeds show up. And of course, you don't get any end of wave cash. Because of course, technically the waves don't end because of the way this is done. So, do I open up new areas so I can unlock new weapons, or do I get better weapons down here? Now, what I should have done... because I actually wanted to show you the map as much as I could. I wanted to just do that. But one thing you should also do is get better weapons, rather than just like the same varmint rifle. Now typically I was playing Berserker when I was doing this, simply because it's just a lot easier to play as Berserker, because yeah, you can only get new guns, you don't get new melee weapons, but of course you don't have that issue of getting a decent weapon for quite a bit longer. Because of course, being a Berserker with all of your healing stuff on... oh no, it's just you, okay. So yeah, being a Berserker with all of your healing stuff on is actually a lot easier to survive than you would if you just had a regular gun. So yeah, as you can see here, you basically just chuck all the money at the weapon, and as soon as you chuck the full amount, it then drops, but it also instantly refreshes and will accept the money if you chuck it again, so you have to make sure you throw the correct amount at it. Oh, the Christmas event is tomorrow. Okay, good, right. But yeah, something I can actually do now is I can actually just fully talk while actually watching someone else play. And what's actually going to be happening with my Monday stream is as soon as Vermintide 2 comes out, that's going to be my Monday stream. And I'm going to stop playing Killing Floor 2, unless enough people actually request me to play Killing Floor 2, and then, just like my other games, I'll just play it now and then. Like, for example, maybe I'll play it on a Wednesday or a Saturday afternoon or something like that. That's how it's going to be. But it is coming to a point where I'm going to stop playing Killing Floor 2 because it's been out for many years, and of course there are other games to play like Vermintide. But the reason why I'm thinking of stopping playing this game at the end of the year is because I just want to try out some new stuff. And of course I've also got Divinity Original Sin 1 Enhanced Edition that I'm playing with Beanie as well, so I've got all sorts of things I could be playing other than Killing Floor 2. But this is the thing, I do really like playing Killing Floor 2. It is a game I enjoy, and I want to try actually see what this 6-lane thing is. It could be awful, bear in mind, that's the thing, but these are apparently new maps, so I'll have a look at them. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people have subscribed to my channel because I do Killing Floor 2 stuff. I am aware of that. So if you're one of those people, then it is up to you to say, not necessarily like in the chats right now, but actually in the comments below, like once this is actually simply processed and now up on my channel, excuse me, then do let me know that you actually want to watch it, because otherwise I won't know. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I stopped playing it, well, that's the end of things then. It's like, well, not necessarily. All you need to do is ask. Like, that's something that I don't think I put across enough, and I don't think people ask enough about, is when it comes to, is he going to do this, or is he going to do that? When is he going to do this? When is he going to stop doing that? People need to ask, because the thing is, I do this channel because I enjoy doing it, and also because I like the fact that other people enjoy watching it. I mean, I've met loads of new friends on here, just from doing YouTube stuff. It's just good fun to do. So one thing people really need to get round to doing is, if you actually have a request, just ask. The worst that can happen is I'll say no. But then again, you could say the worst that can happen is you don't ask, and then it of course never happens. God damn. Sometimes I forget what the range on this thing is. I mean, what I'm doing is completely ineffective, but there we go. I mean, ideally you do it at close range so all the things actually... They even know what they are. I was going to say all the darts, but they're not darts, but yeah. Yeah, look at sniping this thing. Also, this is a shit map. This is the thing. This is the downside about checking out new maps. So I'm very tempted. So I'll decide on what Gabu says, but I'm very tempted just to suicide on this map because it's awful. I mean, look at this. What is this? Like, yeah, it's a new map, but you know, I'd rather just stick with the decent maps. So what we're going to do next time... Oh, this is it. This is it. Oh god, this is awful. I tell you what, I'm going to die on this, and Gabu, you'd better die on it as well, because I mean, what is this? I mean, it's called 6 lanes, and there's 6 lanes. That's it. No, just kill me. Just get it over with. Just let it happen, dude. Because yeah. Like, I don't want to play on a map that's like this bad, so I'm just gonna let it kill me. The workshop came close to a hold, nothing's happened map mod wise. I know, it's one of those things, like I'll do map reviews, like still in next year, in the 2018, if new maps come out, because that's the thing, there are some still, like, I'm not going to say anything, but there are some things that are actually still in the works right now that are going to be really good to do map reviews on, but overall, when it comes to people doing... Yeah, I'm going to stick on amazing maps and work my way down. You know what? Because he keeps doing it, Hangman's Bridge, where is it? Actually on here? Yeah, Hangman's Bridge. If everybody votes who's actually on here, then the thing actually speeds up. But yeah, because that's the thing, like, nothing's actually happened on the workshop for quite a while. So, yeah. That's why I'm wondering if, well, Killing Floor 2 is in general, like, slightly coming to an end now. It's getting to a point where, yeah, everyone's played it for a long time, and yeah, there's still a lot of new content out there that I've not seen yet, but then as you've just seen right there, that is an example of what a lot of the new content is unfortunately like. Unfortunately, most stuff on the workshop is shit. Like, I'm just going to say that. And then again, there is also that stuff out there that is amazing, some of which is actually better than some of the content that actually comes with the game, so bear that in mind. That's the issue. So when it comes to content that is really good, unfortunately that is in very, very short amounts. Oh, we both picked Gunslinger. I tell you what, I'll pick something different just for the sake of it. Sharpshooter. Because why not? We'll see. So yeah, there you go. That's the only thing is though, is that all you gotta do is if enough people actually really want to see me play some Killing Floor 2 on stream, I will. There you go, if enough people ask, it is a game that I like. The only difference is that if loads of people suggest that I play a game that I really want to see you play this, and it's like, I actually don't like that game, then yeah, it's not going to happen. Like, I know people have requested games in the past that I don't know, like, I can't really think of any examples, but someone said, oh, would you really play this game? And it's like, I actually know what that game is, and no, I don't think I'd like to play that game. So, there is that side of things, but all you have to do is ask. And if it's something I actually really like, then yeah. The only holdback, though, is if it's a game that I think I'll like, but I don't own, then chances are I won't be able to afford that. So if it's like, I don't know, there's a new game that's just come out, it's like, would you stream that? It's like, I would, but I can't afford it. Like, that's my main issue, is that I actually won't be able to afford most of the stuff people suggest. Although so far, some of the things that people have suggested have actually been good fun. For example, I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2 for quite a bit now. I've not been playing it on stream, and I'm also dead, because I wasn't really paying attention. I was mainly thinking about what I'm talking. And I've been playing that for quite a bit now, and I'm really enjoying it. And someone said, why don't you play the first one on stream? And therefore, I played the first one on stream, and people are enjoying it so far. People are actually enjoying watching it. I mean, I'll be honest, I was probably going to play Divinity Original Sin 1 eventually anyway, just because its sequel is so goddamn good. But that's the thing. If you ask, all of a sudden I go, you know what, I've never actually thought of doing it right now, because it's one of those things where I probably would have never played the first game until I'd finished the second one, you know? And it's probably going to be a while, because it's a long game. So it's probably going to be a while before I actually finish that. But someone said, why don't you just do it on stream? It's like, oh yeah, I could just totally do that. Like, didn't come to mind, so yeah, there you go. And who knows, maybe you'll say, hey, would you mind playing this on stream? And I'll think, oh, I used to love that game, I haven't played it in ages, sure, I'll play that. And congrats, you've essentially generated your own content. All you have to do is ask. And yeah, I did not do very well. I tell you what, let's not actually be a sharpshooter. I think it's a bad character to actually pick on this. I could just do the usual, which is go for Berserker, but well, first of all, you have to actually survive through this. Go for Demolitionist. I don't know why I should feel like it. But yeah, like as for what you were saying earlier, like when it comes to Killing Floor 2, the fact that there's a Christmas event coming up and apparently starting tomorrow, yeah, maybe people will actually start playing Killing Floor 2 again, but it's a good game, but eventually it does get old, and there are other good games out there. So, times change, that's just how it is. Oh dear. I think you just got yourself killed. Or did you? Oh. Got out of that one. Oh, hang on. Okay, you should be okay from this one, because they're all in that direction. Health is low. Oh, well. That's what you got to play for Hangman's Bridge. Honestly, it's mainly my fault, because that was an amount of Zeds for 2 people to fight, and I died very early on because I wasn't really... When I was shooting at stuff, but I didn't really think about running away or anything, because I was too busy trying to think about what to say. I was trying to remember stuff. Right. We're not going to look at the new maps. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Amazing Maps. And for a start, we can also pick ones we've already played before, because some of these are actually pretty good. You know what? This is actually quite an interesting one. I'm not sure Gabriel's actually seen this one. I could be completely wrong. You may have been in chat at the time, but in-game wise, yeah, this one's an interesting one. And you were thinking, Get Swifty. Isn't that something from Rick and Morty? There we go. Christ, my memory's awful. Isn't that something from Rick and Morty? And the answer is yes. Yes, it is. So get ready to see a Rick and Morty map. That's actually not bad. Quite small, but not bad. Yeah, I'm interested to know when Vermintide 2 actually comes out. And what I have been thinking is that, because next week is probably going to be the last week I actually do Killing Floor 2. On a Monday, at least, depending on whether people actually want to... Oh, that's a good point. What we're going to be in this one. Tell you what, let's just stick as Demolish, just seeing how quickly I died there. But yeah, if enough people request it, I'll play it. But you never seen Rick and Morty? It's not a show for everybody. I mean, if you like the humour they do, then you'll like the show, because it is an interesting show. But it's not everyone's style of humour, so you might watch it and think this is crap. For example, I watch Family Guy. Other than like seasons like 1 and 2, the rest of the show is complete garbage. Like, if you ask me, it's just such lame stuff on there. It's just not really funny. But that again, that's just me. So, I mean, hell, for example, I think Cards Against Humanity is a hilarious card game. Some people would actually be shocked, and they'd be like, "Oh, how could you play such a horrible thing?" Whereas, as far as I'm concerned, regardless of what joke it was, it's probably funny, even though it is mostly inappropriate humour. But hey, that's just me. Everyone has different styles of humour. What I can say, though, is it's got a decent plot, at least. And it's not mainly just for the humour, at least. It is mainly for the plot, and it has jokes in it, rather than the other way around. Which is what shows like Family Guy are for. Family Guy and The Simpsons are all about the humour, rather than the plot. Because, other than the very basic plot that these shows have, they haven't really changed much, have they? Like, it's still Homer Simpson with his family, all at the same age, all in the same house, he still has the same job. I mean, sure, maybe for like, I don't know, maybe for 1 or 2 episodes they might actually pick his job to go somewhere else, which he has done before. In fact, there's a hilarious, probably one of my favourite Simpsons shows, like episodes, is where he gets the other job that's like, it's supposed to be like the dream job he gets, and both him and his family move. The only thing is that it's only the dream job and everything's fine for Homer. Like, for example, Marge they all get this lovely house, and Marge is essentially, she becomes the housewife. The only thing is that Marge doesn't like being the housewife. She doesn't like the fact that, I'm probably dead as well, I'm not really paying attention again, am I? She doesn't like the fact that, like, everything in the house kind of does itself, 'cause it's all robotic, and she's like, damn, I don't have a job, and I just don't get to do anything, you know, because everything just does itself. Like, she's incredibly bored. Like, Bart hates everything at school, so does Lisa. But Homer's loving it, he gets an amazing job. But it actually turns out that his boss is actually, it's basically a take on, like a James Bond. His boss is basically like a James Bond villain. And he, there's a well-known picture of it where his boss actually has flamethrower. Hang on, I'm trying to find something to pick in here. Hydrophobia, I don't know that one. Yeah, I mean, to say that, I haven't watched The Simpsons in years. So as for what The Simpsons is like now, or if it's even still going, I don't know, then yeah, it could have changed a lot, and it's very different for me, but yeah, I can't remember what the name of that episode is, but it's a well-known one, because it's very famous for how much people liked it. But yeah, it's literally Homer becomes the minion of a James Bond villain. But yeah, there's actually a very favourite meme that comes from that, and it's not the flamethrower bit, that's just a famous picture. Hank Scorpio is the name of the boss, yes. Hank Scorpio is a legend. But yeah, the famous quote that became a meme, although back then they weren't even called memes, this is how long ago it was. The word meme hadn't actually been invented yet. But you know what, if it's hydrophobia, hydro can also mean water, so we'll deal with firebug, just because. And it's something to do with the guy's eyes, and he doesn't have, like, the correct lenses on or something. Can anyone remember what that is? Ooh, now, this is new. See, this looks nice. This looks like the... Unfortunately, this is better than an average map. That sounds odd to say, but this is actually a decent looking map, which is better than most of the crap we tend to come across, but let's have a look around. Because here's the thing, a lot of maps are actually made for this game but aren't put on the Steam Workshop. Some of them just either get made and then either you know about it or you don't, or they're also on some of the other map websites. Yeah, that's kind of bugging me now. What is it? The guy's like, guy says something about his eyes. Like my eyes are. I can't even half quote it. I don't know what it is, but the famous thing from that. That's a very good episode, the Hank Scorpio one. It's one of those things that I don't think anyone really remembers what the name of the episode is, but if anyone says the Hank Scorpio map, people know exactly what you mean. Also, the Halloween ones they did way back were really good. I don't know if they do any good Halloween episodes now, but oh god, get off, get off. You are not having a good day. Alright. Let's just have a look around. Okay, well, this is, I guess, where you'd take the boat to, but nobody's here. Oh well. Set you guys on fire again and then go for a run. Right, what weapon did you actually drop? Because I didn't actually pick anything up, or did I? Hang on. I did not. Okay. Ow. Quit it. Oh, of course. Right, where is it? Got it. Oh, I've just noticed my health. Alright. Just keep having a look around. So I mainly want to have a good look at the map, because it looks like an interesting map. What is that smell? It's you, buddy. It's you. Can we actually go in some of these buildings? I know we can go in some of them, but which ones we can and can't go in is something I want to check. Oh god, don't grab me. Thank you. And most of these guys will eventually just burn out, but not in English. Well, I'll tell you what. If you know for some reason what I'm talking about and you can quote it in German, you're off chilling chat for a bit there. Okay, that's cool. Thanks for playing some games with me. But I understand you've had a very, very unlucky evening in Killing Floor 2. You've died very quickly, and also I'm hell, I'm out of ammo. Okay. Oh, I've got this, haven't I? Oh, we can go in there. Okay. Let us check. Don't mind me, just welding that. Hey, buddy. Oh, wow, you bust that down pretty quick, didn't you? Oh, this guy. You know what? There we go. I say, right, what's actually in here? Have a look around. But yeah, if you can quote it in German, go for it, 'cause then we can just, you know, we've got this thing called Google Translate. Which is also what I used to double check what your new Steam name was actually about. I thought I knew it from somewhere. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, 1 ammo left. Oh, fantastic. I think the HOE maps you can only really play Commando because of the levels. Oh, we are on Hell in the difficulty. Right, okay. See, when you said HOE maps, I got confused because I thought maybe like HOE is the stand for a particular map name. But yeah, if you said HOE servers, I think I would have got what you meant, but yeah. Ooh. Ah, it's empty. Never mind. Let's have a look around. I think we've actually seen the majority of the map already, but there are some indoor sections that I haven't seen yet. So let's go have a bit of a look. Some of them are a bit empty. Can we go through here? Yes, we can. Oh, I see where we are. Right. Actually missed this door earlier. We'll just set you on fire a little bit. Don't worry about it. Just a little bit. You'll be fine. You'll only die eventually. Right, because I'll have another look in this one. Because yeah, there's that bottom floor, which I think I've had a look in already. But, oh, okay, you actually get quite a good view. Oh, can I? Can I? No? Really? Ugh. Oh, there's an invisible wall. I was going to say, can I, like, run along this gap in the middle? Like, on top there? But no. You can't. That's unfortunate. Translating has always been a difficult thing. Like, I know it's always a bit weird. Like, for example, take a regular sentence, translate it to a different language, then translate it back to your language, then to and from, and sometimes you just get the weirdest shit come out. Like, sometimes when it comes to translating, you just have to tell someone what it means rather than actually doing a proper translating. For example, I know there's something, like, for example, in English that can get quite confusing. I know when it comes to meeting a lot of people who are actually from different countries, is the phrases that we use in England. Like, sometimes you'll translate it and you'll be like, what does that even mean? That doesn't make any sense, like, in context. Like, for example, one of the things the character said earlier, fit as a fiddle. Someone will translate that and they'll be like, fit as a fiddle? A fiddle is like an instrument. This has nothing to do with instruments. What's this? That's confusing. I don't understand this. Literally, that's just a phrase. And I'm sure some other languages have them as well, but I know English is quite common for its weird phrases that if you translate it directly, it doesn't make any kind of sense. You just have to know what it means, which means if you try to translate it to somebody, you just have to tell them what it means in their language, otherwise if you just translate it, they will never understand. That's why English can be quite a difficult language for some people to learn. Like, I think that, like, obviously I'm not exactly the best person to tell you, because of course English is my first language, but the basics of English, from what I can tell from other people learning, is actually very easy to learn, but it kind of very quickly goes up where it's like, if you want to be 100% correct with what you say and write, it starts getting very complicated, like higher levels. It can do. It's one of those things, like, when you actually meet people who are like saying like, the like what little they know of English, like, even if they don't say it correctly, you still know what they mean. That's the good part about English, I find, is that it's very easy to understand even if it's not done completely correctly. But yeah, even when it comes to like doing writing and stuff like that, if you have to be 100% correct, then it can get quite tricky. Translating is in fact very similar to Chinese whispers. Very much so. And I know, like, when it comes to learning foreign languages, like, it's something you should never criticize somebody over when it comes to learning foreign languages, because hey, it's not their first language. Just because they came to your country and aren't like perfect at it, shouldn't be something you should criticize someone over. But I still don't criticize people over the language, because I have tried to learn foreign languages before, and I'm so bad at it. Like, I just can't. Like, I've got English, and if you try and add any more knowledge into my brain, there just ain't any space for it. Because way back at school, we had a choice of doing IT, French, as in IT as in computing, French or German, and of course, everyone who wanted to do IT, which was including me, but they ended up getting that first. So it was like, okay, which language do I pick? Well, all the people who wanted to do languages mainly wanted to do French, so French was also full. So I had German to do left, and I just found it really difficult. Not necessarily because it's a difficult language, but because I'm just really bad at learning languages. Like, I'm A-level at English. When it comes to foreign languages, I just can't do it. Which kind of made it not annoying, but it's kind of like, like, on the times when I would go to another country and they'd be like, sorry, my English is really bad, and then they would be like, for example, I don't know, let's say, just as an example, let's say I'm lost. I'm like, oh, how do I get, excuse me, do you speak English? They'll be like, yeah. Oh, how do I get to this place? Like, oh, my English isn't very good. Then they offer me a perfect explanation of exactly what I asked for. It's like, thank you, but don't say your English wasn't very good. That was actually very well done. And I suppose I'm quite fortunate that English is the language of the internet. And there are a lot of people who I've met over the years on all sorts of games I played where, quite simply, they were really good at English as their second or even third or fourth language. So, Asian languages, you write one symbol slightly different, you end up insulting someone's mother. Well, I don't know exactly how legitimate that is, but I do know that when someone says, oh, try and say this in my language, and they say it, and you go, okay, just repeat it. It's like, okay, you say the word, but because your pronunciation isn't very good, they just think it's hilarious. And it's like, oh, okay, I probably just said something ridiculous, didn't I? But then again, when you really focus on your own language, if you actually just adjust pronunciations and spellings here and there, you can sometimes get completely different words, so it makes sense. But yeah, we have essentially explored this entire map, which is why I'm mainly just sort of roaming around the middle area, just because there's lots of space to move around in. So, gonna throw another grenade then. There's only 2 people there. Okay. well, what's this called? Hydrophobia? Well, if you did have hydrophobia, you'd be in a bit of a bad spot here, because there's water everywhere and it's raining. Yeah. Speaking of the weather, though, like, it's been really fucking cold this past week, and it's actually been snowing, and you might think, yeah, what's so weird about that? For the past few years, it's only snowed, like, 2 or 3 days until, like, February, where it's actually snowed quite a lot. So the fact that it's been snowing over the past few weeks in England is actually quite surprising, because it hasn't been like that for many, many years. Because, of course, climate change is a thing, whether people want to believe it or not. I mean, I think 1 year it only snowed about 1 day in the year. And that was it. Because there was a time when it's winter, it's snowing. That was just how it was. Hey, Khalib, how's it going? Glad you could make it. But yeah, it was snowing, and that's just how it was. I mean, it's winter. What's weird about that? Yet, if you only go a few years back, the time when it's like, oh, it's actually snowing in Christmas, like Christmas time around here, because the amount of times it's been Christmas Day, and it's been a completely blank day outside, not even any snow. It's just been cloudy. It's like, oh, that kind of sucks. I mean, you know, it's different in different places, obviously, but the fact that it's going to, like, excuse me, it's not even halfway through December, and the fact that it's snowing already, I actually found it quite surprising. I then found the fact that it was surprising also surprising. I was like, wait, why am I surprised? It's actually a normal thing that it should be snowing, but yeah, it just goes to show like how long it's actually been since snowing was actually quite such an uncommon thing in England. So yeah, that's just how it is. Also, here's the thing. When you're a kid, snow is amazing, but honestly, when you actually become an adult, when it comes to snow and Christmas, all I can think about now is, oh my god, look at all this snow that's going to be in the way when I'm out and about having to do things in my life. Like, if I actually drove a car, it'd be even worse.
Who wants some cash? More shooty shooty.
Just give them all the money I've got, because I might as well, because I need it.
More Zeds on the way.
But, yeah, I mean, I actually dislike snow more. Well, the thing is that one thing I can't help but think about is how much money I have to spend on heating. Because, like, I've had the heating on all day, and that's expensive. It costs money. And I'm an adult, I have to worry about money and expenditure and things like that.
Zeds are getting closer.
So, it may be freezing cold, but the reason why I really hate the fact that it's cold is because it's also expensive when it's cold. Because I have to have the heating on, otherwise I'm freezing cold. I mean, for a start, I've got this on, which is my dressing gown. And some people are like, oh, I hate how hot it is when it's, like, during, like, the last summer we had was boiling hot at times. It really was. I loved it. It was amazing. I absolutely loved how hot it was. Because I'm the sort of person who doesn't go around with t-shirts very often because of just how cold it often is, but I actually get to wear t-shirt and shorts. That's something I normally wear when I'm on holiday in a different country. Which I also haven't done in over a decade, by the way, just to point that out, seeing as I keep talking about holidays in foreign countries and things like that. It's been over a decade since I've actually left the country. But yeah. So the fact that I can actually wear t-shirt and shorts is fantastic. It's like, wow, I forgot I even owned some of these things. Oh dear. Please die. The thing is that you actually do a lot of damage to, I'm actually dead. I've not really been paying attention. I was trying to find the door. I don't know where the door is. Let's actually go find it. Where was the door? Oh, hang on. Yeah, because I ran over here and I tried to back into the door and I backed into this bit here. There it was. That's all that got me killed. Snow is a good insulator. It is, but it's also really cold. So, you know. You live in t-shirts. Oh, you're one of those people, huh? You got out of school an hour and 10 minutes ago. Well, right now it is 10 past 10. In fact, saying that, I did say I would actually stop playing at about 10 o'clock, but I'm going to play 1 or 2 more games. Seeing as we've got quite a few people in chat, and then we'll see. Then we will see. Right, we're going to go with the amazing maps, and we're going to... Where's a really good one? You know what? I actually like this one. Very tiny, but I like it, so. You finished uni last Friday. I was going to say, like, I'm actually... Saying that, it's been nearly 6 years since I was last at university, so... Hell, what do I know about university years these days? It's been such a long time. Also, yeah, what do you think of my hat? What do you think of Bob? I don't know what that's supposed to be, because the first thing I saw, I thought, oh, it's supposed to be a fly. Except it has frog legs and arms. It's like, oh, frogs don't have wings, so is it an alien? Is that what it's supposed to be? But because of that, I had to have Bob on my head. So I decided to change my actual regular gear, my horizontal security gear, from gold to white, just to sort of fit in a lot more. Also, that looks pretty cool. This isn't actually, you know, in the map itself, but if I could get rid of the UI right now, which technically you can, but it will also get rid of the UI in-game as well. But that's a good screenshot right there. Just me and Bob on the stars. But yeah. Do Nakta Untoten. Unfortunately, you missed me and Gabu playing Nakta Untoten. We didn't do very well, but we did play that map, so it's been done. Gunslinger. I haven't played Gunslinger tonight. Let's go do that. Oh, sorry, yeah. See, this is literally what we were talking about, trying to actually do other people's languages. For example, Nakta Untoten is the best pronunciation I can possibly do of that, and that probably wasn't even a good one. But yeah, don't try and block my bullets with your hand. For example, the first thing you said was Nacho de Untotan. Now I know that you've spelt that wrong, that's only because I did German before. But yeah, it's the fact that your first word was nacho. That's entertaining, but don't get me wrong, my German's no good either, so... All I know is it means Night of the Undead, so that's why I actually tend to call it Night of the Undead anyway, just because. I'm sure I could keep trying to pronounce it, but... Yeah, I'm sure Navota's going to laugh plenty of times if I just try to say something in German, so yeah. But yeah, as we were saying before, like, don't ever have a go at people for trying to do a language that isn't theirs. Just let them give it a go. I mean, yeah, like, you might laugh at it, but don't, like, have a go, you know? Like, if it's funny to, like, listen to them say it, then yeah, you can laugh, it can be funny, but don't criticize them for it, because... Excuse me. Oh, one thing you can criticize people for, though, is if it's their first language and they're not a kid. Like, seriously, the amount of people I come across, particularly around where I live, who can't do good English at all. It's like, seriously, it's your first language. Get your shit together. Seriously. Like, you tend to see this typically, when you see people posting, like, I don't know, someone posted on Twitter or something like that, I don't know. And, like, you see people write things like, your spelling is pathetic. Get it right. Seriously. It's typically Americans that you see people do this, but still.
I can reopen the trader pod.
Right. Be nice if I could find some more ammo around here, wouldn't it? Alright. Call of Duty World at War map. Yes, it is.
Direct hit. Pour it on.
All you know in German is 9. Okay. Well, N-E-I-N for the sake of it, which of course means no. 9. Was ist das? Okay, right. This is a very fancy room, and I can tell you now, if I was drunk off my face, this room would be amazing, because of how shiny it is. However, we are not drunk, so... Let's go kill this guy. And of course, go visit the very interesting trader that this map has. There we go. Also, I've not seen any pickups. So when you fall over...
Come see me.
Anything?
Pod safely open.
Nothing. Okay, right.
Bring up the trading controls and
So we'll sell
upgrade your
those.
gear.
And we're gonna get these ones. They'll do. And we'll get some ammo for those as well, because I'm probably gonna need that.
You have to love a classic.
Have you noticed in Overwatch in arcade mode there's one game mode that changes daily? Yes! That is actually a very good addition which they finally added to this game, because seriously,
We're almost out of time.
like the fact that arcade mode changed was good, but the fact that it changed every week I thought was a bit eh. Because the thing is that because of how much changed every week, it meant that some week I would actually look at Overwatch and go, I actually don't like any of these missions. And then, there you go, I'd obviously just play the regular game. Although I haven't played Overwatch in quite a while, so there is that.
Vite.
Also, seeing as there is now a new person in here, I shall say hello, and that's probably going to be about it, because he's probably not going to say anything.
Port's closed.
But hey, there you go.
Make a difference.
Oh! Apparently, like, one spawned on me. No, I don't mean you. I mean, oh god. Ammo crate. So here's the thing. Again, Zeds can only spawn out of your line of sight, which includes trees. They literally spawned on the side of a tree. I did not see them. Oh. Huh. In right in the shoulder. Oh, I see it. Go pick it up. Yeah, I know jokes involving 9 happen quite often.
But many Zeds remain.
But hey. It's also interesting just how much language in various European languages actually comes from other countries also in Europe. Like, for example, entrepreneur is a French word. Sometimes you just take a word from another language and go, what does that mean? Oh, it means this? You know what? Let's just add your word into our language, it's fine. Also, oh shit, my health. Also, the amount of words that actually have slowly developed from other words and things like that. Some of it can be quite interesting. And no, I can't think of examples because my memory is shit, so get used to it. Because I get used to it every now and then, every time I remember my memory is shit. Haha, there's a joke on myself. Okay. Bit harsh, isn't it? Right, where is he? I actually can't see him. Oh, there was someone behind me. There he is. Oh, I missed a few of those shots. This is the thing. One thing I tend to do is I actually really spam click the button. Oh, I'm dead. GG. Is one thing I do is I spam the button. The only thing is that when I do that, I have to like do this with the mouse with like these 2 fingers. And sometimes it means I don't actually, because of course when you shoot a lot, your vision gets moved by the recoil of the gun. But yeah. Oh well. English has stolen and butchered many languages. Yeah, it's true. What is the other level 25 perk is? What do you mean? Like, he's also Gunslinger, if that's what you mean. You also mean, which ones do I have level 25? All of them. Now, is he going to survive? Because he should do, because there's a lot less Zeds now. Honestly, I think it's a bit weird, but when you're actually playing by yourself, often it's actually a lot easier to survive than when you're with 1 or 2 or even 3 other people. When he's dead, but the thing is that the AI is predictable in what it's going to do, as long as you know it's there. Which he did not. He got jumped from behind, so. Alright, well, I did say after a few maps, but we shall see. Because the thing is that as this stream's title is, it is in fact StarCraft Week? God damn. It is Star Wars Week, because of course Star Wars is coming out on Wednesday. At least where I live, so that's KF2 maps, no one. The decent ones. Oh! Tiny Town is a really good one if it is the one I think of. Handy is also the name for mobile phone in German, though, isn't it? Because if I say, oh, that's handy, that also means that's convenient. However, a handy is also the name for a is it also like mobile phone, isn't it? Or am I just getting that wrong? What are the bonuses for Gunslinger? Well, I can't show you right now, but I can also show you later. Handy is a very handy word. In fact, that's where I think it just comes from the word handyman, simply because someone who always has a hand available for what they were going to be doing. Handyman also meaning the sort of person who usually carries around a toolbox. And then I think that's where the shorter word, that's where people say, oh, that's handy. As in, meaning, oh, that is handy. Like, because I don't know, maybe they'd forget the guy's name, but he's the guy who always goes around and does stuff. And saying a handy is also slang for a hand job, yes. Go on, give me a handy. It's like, yeah. Giving me something slightly different. Give me a hanky means something else. It means tissue. Oh god, tissue. Hanky is short for handkerchief. Don't even know where the word hanker or chief comes from in that regards, but all right. Yes, this is in fact the map I thought it was because it is the Shaun Chaos one. This is going to be fun for those of you who haven't seen it before. So, what is a good character to pick for this? Well, first of all, Gunslinger. I wanted to know what the Z time thing was. Either during Z time your put weapons can't run out of ammo, which means literally the ammo just won't go down as you would expect, or during Z time your put weapons will shoot 3 times faster and reload in real time. Right, what are we going for? Go for Berserker. Let's show you this one. Have you heard of Larry the Cable Guy? No, I have not, but I have heard of Bob the Builder. So there is that. You've seen a pizza place called BJ's Pizza? Well, sure. They probably thought it was a really funny name to pick, or they didn't really realise until they... Okay, that is a thing, right. When it comes to takeaways, there's often a lot of takeaway place names that actually sound really stupid in England, because someone will think of a name, they'll go to England, start their place, also. Yeah. Look how tiny this map is. I love this map. It's so cute and... just so cute and tiny. Alright. But yeah. And what you'll get is, I don't know, someone will actually set up like a, I don't know, some sort of takeaway place, let's just say a pizza place for the sake of it. And then they'll realise that the name they've actually given their place is fine in the country they're from, but in the country they are now in, it is now slang for something. So that is something that quite a few places, nowhere that I can think of near where I have lived, but if you go on the internet and look for this stuff, there's plenty of it all over the place, where people just have, also, yeah, the crates are tiny in this, so they're quite hard to find. But yeah, you end up coming across things where it's like, oh wow, okay, it seems that you've chosen a very odd name, excuse me, for your shop. I can't help but burp today, don't know what it is. Excuse me. Oh hey. Don't mind me. Also, I have to say the trees are quite big in this one. I know technically that also means that they're tiny because they're tiny, but if you try and like balance them as to the size of everything else, I'd say they probably should be about half the size, but oh well. I'm being picky now. That's what I did during the map review. But it is very interesting to fight the Zeds on such a small map. The map itself is also, in general, a small map, but the scale of everything is also smaller. For example, this is halfway through the map. You see the Zeds, like, running alongside the buildings. It just makes them look huge. It makes me look like, I'm some sort of giant mech, and these are just, like, giant robot... Not giant robots, giant monsters just fighting. Quite entertaining. Secret source. Yeah, I bet they have a secret source. Yeah, I think the only place when it comes to takeaways that you might call weird is around where I live is GG's. I think that's just an odd name, but it's some guy who is actually Italian who owns a takeaway and just makes typical Italian pizzas. So not the really thick ones that are more American style, but the very thin ones, which is also why I don't like them. I like the thick pizzas because they've just got more in them. Katana. I always buy the same stuff, don't you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this side of things, you've literally just got this sort of massive, like, well, I don't know what you'd say, I guess it's... This is the thing, I want to say it's like a field, but it's also not a field, because you've got statues and also lots of concrete in it, but you know what I mean, it's got like one of those places, a lot of cities have stuff like that. Then you've got this big bridge, then you've got... You can't actually go past that, by the way. And then you've got sort of this area over here, like another like open area type place. Then you've got some like a saying that. This makes me think of there's also a train map as well. I forget, I don't know if it's one of the default ones, I don't think it is, but there's also a train map out there that just makes me think of, 'cause it's kind of the same like layout. And of course there's like the petrol station. And then when we go over this way, we're gonna come across, when we get there, of course, there's loads of houses and stuff across the factory area as well. And then that'll be the end of the map. Oh, there's also there's a farm over here. Hey, remember there's a farm map that comes with this game? There it is, kind of, even though that's not like a take of it, but there is a fact a farm, so there you go. And of course, here is the, that's a bit wonky, but yeah, here's the factory area. Park, yeah, I guess you could call it a park. I was going to try and think of the name of what you call a place that actually is an area specifically for statues. But I couldn't really think of what the name was, so yeah, I guess you just call it a park. Oh my. Okay, well while you were clearly busy like flamethrowing one of your friends, I'll just kill you, and I'm also well aware that there is a Scrake which I'm going to leave alone. Because while I leave the Scrake alone, he's just going to walk nice and calmly. As long as a freaking elite clot doesn't just buff him up and then piss him off. Because of course that's another way you can get Scrakes and of course Flesh Pounds to rage, is they just get buffed by the elite clots. The elite alpha clots. Well, I don't see any right now, so should be okay. Right, I'm going to go over here. Yes, I know we do, but we also apparently have 50 other Zeds, so let's go have a look. See, this is the thing, I think Domino's Pizza is one of those pizza places where, first of all, let's just say it's a bit overpriced. It is a bit overpriced, and if you don't think it's overpriced, and it's the same price as all the other pizza places around you, I'm going to feel sorry for you, because you can get a decent 10 each pizza around where I live for about like 4 or 5 quid. Whereas in Domino's, it is way more than that. Way more than that. But yeah, I would say really only get Domino's if there's a really fancy type of topping you want, like all sorts of different like fruits and all sorts of things. Because if you want like, I don't know, so like maybe a margarita pizza or like a pepperoni pizza, Domino's is so fucking overpriced it ain't worth it. You're wasting so much money if you keep going to Domino's. You really are. For example, there is an actually okay place where, I say it's okay, it's not that great, but there is an okay place near where I live. Oh, sorry, where I used to live, actually, where you can get a 10 each margarita for £2.50. And it's actually okay. It's not bad. It's actually okay. I mean, there are much nicer places to get like a margarita from, but I'm just saying, £2.50. Like a standard margarita around where I live is about, I don't know, about £4.50, £5. Decent margarita. I typically order margaritas. It's one of those things, like when it comes to pizzas, yeah, I know it's very, very... Oh. Where did I suddenly just lose a lot of health? I thought I had a load of health a minute ago. Huh, oh well. I guess I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, when it comes to pizza, I just like the simpler ones. Like, pepperonis are okay, but I just like the nice and simple ones. Alright, well... Let's see, what should we go for? I don't know. The other guy's gone, so we can just go anywhere. Oh, Deeping Wall. Okay, if this is actually the very odd name for the Lord of the Rings map, that's interesting. But yeah, before we started talking about pizzas, what is a margarita pizza? It is, if you think about a pizza with all sorts of toppings on, imagine it kind of without toppings. It's literally just the tomato sauce and the cheese. That's it. Like, a margarita is just the very fancy Italian name, which is why we just keep it, because of course, pizza's Italians. But let's say you had a ham and pineapple pizza, you know, the one that is very unfavourable on, I'm going to pick sharpshooter for this one. It is very unfavourable for people on the internet for some reason, don't know why. But if you took the ham and pineapple off, that's a margarita. Just the basic pizza. Oh, okay. Huh. You've got code for 2 for 1 Domino's pizzas. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. You can get 2 pizzas for 1. Now, here's the thing about this map. It'd be really good if this was actually on one of the servers where they have tons of people on. By tons, I mean 36. But last known, it was not, so we're just going to have to do as best as we can, which is going to be difficult. Because, of course, this is the Lord of the Rings Helm's Deep. See that? That's the edge of the map there. It's hard. Oh, wait, no, I think it's actually that one. It's one of these, any one of those two. Oh god, I really have to concentrate now. You just call it a cheese pizza? Yeah, fair enough. The thing is that the margarita is basically the original Italian name for that type of pizza, and it's just carried over. Like, if you asked for a cheese pizza, they'd like in England, they'd probably be like, "You mean a margarita, right?" That's probably what they would say. But I can understand if margarita didn't really translate over, because again, the thing about the English language is a lot of words and names for things were just added to it, rather than having their own way of saying things. Oh, fuck, right, okay, hang on. Get out of here. Ah, great, it's gonna hurt. Ow! And of course, there aren't any traders out in the middle of nowhere, so it's gonna be difficult. I'm going to die on this map, I'm never gonna get to the end of this. Just so you know, for a start, I'm a sharpshooter for 1. Ah, shit. Just don't kill me in wave 1, okay? Please don't. That'd just be mean. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you call it margaritas as well? Yeah. I can imagine that mainly European countries would keep the name margarita, but depending on where you're from, the further away from the centre of Europe you go, that's probably where you might start giving it new names. Of course, in all the English-speaking countries they call it margarita, like Australia, New Zealand, America and stuff like that. Oddly enough, typically in America, which is also carried over to some places in England, like McDonald's and all the places that are like that, is a hamburger doesn't have ham in it, it's got beef in it. Like, for example, at my local pub, if I ask for a beef burger and chips, I'll get a beef burger and chips. However, to ask for the same thing at McDonald's, you have to ask for a hamburger and chips, and you'll get your beef burger. It's really weird. Really weird. Okay, and of course, that's the eye orb, which I forget what they're actually called. If you're wondering why I forget pretty much everything, then yeah, welcome to my life. How do you think I feel? Having an awful memory. Alright. Now, one thing I have not shown you is the outside, where the main part of the wall is. So let's see how far we can get over there, because I'm going to die on this. I really am. There's no way I can actually survive all of it, so let's get out the front door. And if any of you have seen Lord of the Rings before, this will become a lot more recognisable as we go outside. Check this place out. As for where the Zed's going to appear, quite far away, but still. Here we go. Oh, fuck. Of course, fucking of course. Stalkers, which I did not see. Oh, lovely. Actually have no more bullets left. Okay. Ow. If you're wondering why I picked sharpshooter, it was literally because of the range and, of course, Lord of the Rings, it's a crossbow. It's the most Lord of the Rings type weapon you can probably get other than a sword, so... I've already played lots of Berserker. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, stop fucking jumping up and down. I hate it when you dodge. Oh my god. Also, it doesn't help that I can't aim for shit. Okay. Oh shit. You need to stop that. Really do. You know what? Yeah. Oh well. Oh, okay. I hope what you linked there is in fact the map review that I actually talked about. So yeah, there you go. Mod powers. That right there is where you got him. So, all right, okay. So tell you what we'll do. We'll pick one more map, and I think that'll be me done for the night. Because of course I want to, as I said, it is Star Wars week, and I want to watch through all of the Star Wars videos before I actually watch the film at the cinema. So, where are we gonna go for our last one? You know what? Shopping Spree is actually a really good map, so we're gonna do that one. So yeah, I'm gonna do one last map. We're gonna end on a high note, because otherwise I'm gonna get really, really tired, and then oh god. Ugh, you've seen me really tired. It is not fancy. I mean, hey, I'm not fancy now, but I'm even worse when I'm like not very tired. Because of course, the next one I've got to watch is Rogue One, because I've watched episodes 1 to 3. I watched them earlier today. Now, of course, I'm doing my live streaming, and then I'm going to watch Rogue One, which is like 2 hours something. And of course, if I watch it like right now, I'll end like at like half an hour past midnight. So yeah. Right, what are we doing? What are we doing? What shall we pick? Let's go Commando, because I feel like it. So yeah. I'll do this map, and then when I die, that'll be me done for the evening, I think. Because, of course, normally I would end on, like, 11 or half 11, but I'm ending, like, an hour and a half earlier than I would normally do, because I want to watch Star Wars before I go to bed. And I also want to wake up tomorrow not completely exhausted, so, yeah, there you go. Thing is, we're also on Hell on Earth difficulty, so exactly how long I'm going to last on this. I'm pretty sure I can make it through the first wave, but we shall see. The reason why I don't normally go on favourite servers like this is because I typically like playing on Suicidal, because while I can do Hell on Earth difficulty, it's really hard. Suicidal, yeah, I still lose now and then, but it's a lot easier. The thing is about this game is the map difficulties are so incredibly noticeable. Like, you can just tell which one you're on straight away, because there's only 4 difficulty settings, that's the thing. I don't know, I mean, maybe if there were more it would make a difference, or maybe there's one I'd actually pick that is actually one of the new different ones, but I don't know. I don't really have much of a problem with the different minimaps. This is what I mean, this is me getting tired now, I start using the wrong words. But yeah. If there was a new difficulty setting, I probably wouldn't play it. I'd probably just stick on Suicidal, because I'm just fine with that one. Hell on Earth difficulty, it's a bit of a challenge, so I have to say. It also means that when people actually want to join me from chat, like actually playing on Hell on Earth difficulty, like Gabe mentioned earlier, can be a bit difficult for some people, because they're just not really used to it. And again, you can say the same with Suicidal, but the thing is, if I start playing on normal and or on hard difficulty, it just gets kind of boring, because it stops becoming a challenge. So, right, well, I need some decent ammo because I'm a bit screwed. If you're wondering what I'm doing and why my gun kind of looks a bit weird there, it's because I'm literally holding sprint and running backwards. So every time I actually take a shot, so like same with like doing it forwards like that, is it means I'm just moving around faster. But of course, I'm only taking single shots anyway, so I don't really need to do much aiming. And of course I know where the centre of the screen is, so I don't really need to actually stop and actually take a good look. If they're going this far away... Oh, lovely, and of course, finally start doing some aiming, and I run out of ammo. Fantastic. Come on. I know there's a guy behind you. Oh, I've taken his head off. Okay, nice. Let's get out of here.
That was the last one. Get to the indicated pod for resupply.
Is Yoda in Rogue One? No, I don't think he is, actually. Because Rogue One is, if you haven't seen it before, it is literally set right before A New Hope. I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want us to do any spoilers, but it is very well done. It really is. If you like Star Wars, even if you've only ever seen the original 3 films, you will love Rogue One. It is really good.
Enemies on the scope.
The crawls are even more annoying tomorrow. Oh, really? What do I have to deal with? Also, yes, I'm having my itchy stream nose again. It's only when I play Killing Floor 2 and only when I'm streaming, but I get an itchy nose, and that's what I have right now. It's really putting me off.
Hurry up. Zeds are getting closer.
So yeah, what I've only briefly looked at some of the reveals they did for what some of the Zeds would look like. For example, I know the Husk is a snowman. But then again, it was also a snowman in Killing Floor 1, so I'm not exactly surprised. But I'm curious to see what they actually do with some of these. So yeah, what kind of crawl is difficult to have to do with? Because I believe in Killing Floor 1, they were actually like reindeer type things, so... No, what you might be remembering is there is a similar character that kind of does the same thing that Yoda actually does, role-wise. And that's that that alien who's like an old lady type woman who's also really short. She's not of the same race of Yoda, but she basically does the same thing. That's exactly the same role. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Force Awakens. No, she's in Force Awakens. Ooh, well, I'll tell you what, seeing as I've only seen Rogue One once, and that's when it came out, I'll remind myself tonight when I watch it. There you go, how about that? Don't set me on fire, I hate it when you do that. It's really uncomfortable. There we go. The awkward moment when you can't shoot them in the tank. You just have to, well, shoot them a lot, because they actually have a lot of health. Kind of annoying. I want to try and get to the... Wait, didn't I leave one of the boxes down here? I thought I did. Wait, I left the box somewhere. I was like, I'm going to come back for this later. Where did I put it? Oh dear. Alright then, off we go for a run. Is it a blind old man? There is a blind man in Rogue One. However, he is not Yoda. He's in fact very good at martial arts, oddly. What the fuck? I'm sorry, we just have to... Oh god, right, I'm nearly dead here, right. I'm gonna come back for that, whatever the fuck that is. Let's just try not to die on it.
That's nearly all.
Oh. Yeah, what the fuck was... Oh, shit. Yeah, what the fuck was that? I need to check that out. Oh, God. I'm nearly out of ammo again. Okay, 2 left. Don't like you. Let's run around this one and see what this thing was. The hell?
There we go.
What's coming up for the Christmas update? As he said, a new map, a new boss. Zeds are all getting new skins. Oh, it's gone. It was literally here flailing around a bit. Oh well.
Come see me. The pod's safely
And apparently 2 new guns. Although I don't know what the new guns are, so I'll be seeing that for the first time when it apparently comes out tomorrow. So, although considering who actually makes this game, it'll probably like tomorrow evening, like late tomorrow. So.
Come and get your tools of trade. Buy more ammo.
All right.
You're running low.
Sell that. And let's just max out on all this stuff. As for you, there you go, buddy. Apparently you're rolling it, so there you go, nice. That's the thing, there were some funny things about it. I have to say though, I really hate the amount of humour they tried to put in like episodes 1, 2 and 3. I forgot how much I just hated parts of those films when I watched them earlier today. Saying that, when I say watched, I watched them for about 2 hours because I literally, like all 3 films, even though each film is about 2 hours something each. Simply because, well, first of all, the first film is mainly about like the Jedi's looking for people and pod racing, so I can skip all that shit. But yeah, that's basically how I went through them. I basically just skipped most of the things I just couldn't really be arsed watching, and There were some things like that were plot-wise that I reminded myself of, just because I couldn't remember. I was like, oh, what happens in this part of the film? Okay, well, the guy who has named himself I Do Cocaine has just died, which means there are now 99 Zeds who are looking for 2 people and have already killed one of them. So I'm in a bit of trouble here. That's not going to be good. So let's try running round and round and hopefully not dying, because it ain't going to be pretty. And we're now in the situation of, once again, do I have enough ammo to actually beat all of these? Because there are more Zeds than there are supposed to be for people. Because in case you didn't know, which you probably do, but in case you didn't know, the amount of Zeds that spawn every wave are based on the number of people and on the difficulty. So we have 2 players worth of Zeds that have spawned. See, now, about 80 odd of wave 3, that seems about normal. However, I've already spent half of my ammo fighting everything else, so he actually said hello, so I'm going to say hello back. Trying to shoot me in the backpack because it's costing me less ammo. That'll do. Christ, that's literally going to be me running around and around for ages, isn't it? Well. How many we got left? 75. I might actually die from this one. I know there are 2 people waiting to actually respawn now, but look how much ammo I've got. Oh shit. Excuse me. Okay, I have to really focus on this. See how we do. And yes, I'm literally running round and round in the same circle because it works, so therefore. Honestly, I don't know what he bumped into. Maybe loads of Zeds spawned around and we just got surrounded. It can happen quite easily. Like, for example, I may be on like full health and have a decent amount of armor here, but if some Zeds spawned right behind me... I remember when I was over there just a minute ago and there was a Gorefast behind me. If I actually didn't see that coming and some more stuff came like front on, all of a sudden I'd have been blocked off right there, can't turn anywhere, and there'd be all these guys coming down here and I would have just died. Like, bear in mind, like, the deaths I've had so far in the past few maps, yes, they've mainly been me not paying attention whatsoever, so it's entirely my fault. But it just goes to show that how quickly you can go from full health to no health at all if you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Also, still not seeing any maps. I'll tell you what, maps? This is what I mean when I get tired I start saying the wrong things. I still haven't seen any boxes of ammo. Come on, there's got to be some around here somewhere. This is the situation I'm in now. Like, I could very easily die because I'm down to my pistol. And I just need some ammo. So I can actually switch back to my bullpup for a bit. Oh, lovely, you've just been buffed. Okay. And now I'm in the situation where I'm actually locked into this room. I can't go back out that way. Go out this way, though. God, my nose is so itchy. I hate it when this happens. It typically only happens when I'm playing a Killing Floor 2 map as well. But god damn, is my nose so itchy. Oh. Oh god. And I'm bumping into stalkers. God damn it. Okay, she was already dead, but whatever. Oh god.
There we go.
Just reload and heal yourself when you can. You need to go. Oh god, don't get stuck on anything though, that's pretty bad. Right, is there any ammo boxes down here? Whew. Oh shit. See what I mean? And just like that, I'm dead. KF2 stream knows. That's exactly it. Well, as I said, that is me done for the night, because I'm of course going to go watch some Rogue One to end my evening. So, thank you all for watching. I haven't seen some of you in quite a while. We actually saw a few unfamiliar faces in chat as well, so it's been good to watch you. It's good. See what I mean? I'm too tired. Like, bear in mind, I get barely any sleep every night, so there is that I've got to deal with. So yeah, Khalid we got to see for the first time in a while. Oswald we got to see. I haven't seen Oswald in ages. Navota, I haven't seen you in a while. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing along with me. The next stream, sometime during the week, we may get another stream of Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition with Beanie. Can't promise anything though, because of course he's recently playing some other games. But you are going to get more of that over the next few weeks. Definitely going to get more of that. If not, I'm going to hassle him until you do. The only next guaranteed stream is, as usual, on Friday, 7 PM GMT. We'll be playing more D&D 5th edition. Because we've leveled up some more, so... As to what am I doing tomorrow? Well, tomorrow I'm going to be recording Divinity Original Sin 2, editing it, and rendering it. That takes a long time, bear in mind. Because, of course, the editing takes the same time plus as for when you actually record it, because, of course, you have to watch along through it if you want to edit properly. Actually sort all the audio and stuff like that. And then, of course, you've got to render it, which takes a long time, and then upload it. That's literally what my Tuesday is going to be. So I will be watching other people stream stuff on Tuesday. Also, saying that, I'm probably also going to be watching more Star Wars, because, of course, I've got to get through the original videos as well. So, of course, I've got A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and I look at my posters, Return of the Jedi. That's what it's called. I totally did not forget that. I totally did not just check my poster, which is right there. Okay, so yeah. Thanks all for watching, and for those of you who watch D&D 5th edition, I'll see you guys on Friday. So, good night, and for those of you who are also going to watch it, watch Star Wars. It's pretty good.